Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live on a feel-good Friday night, a jam-packed Friday night as we got so much going on here at the network. And of course, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We are the channel that just covers more live wrestling than anyone else out there. And we have it all tonight. We got a little bit of SmackDown. We got some TNA. We might have some AEW. We'll see how it all goes. All before we come back at 4:30 in the morning for Elimination Chamber, bright and early tomorrow. So, folks, it's going to be a fun one. Strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel-good, and let's go! Ding, ding, ding. We're live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream, and I hope everyone out there is having a happy, healthy, and safe week. You're looking forward to the wrestling that we're looking forward to, and we will be here live to give you our reaction, our take, our thoughts on all of it as we blow through tonight, tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day, the next day. There's so much going on here at the channel, so much going on in the wrestling world. But I will remind you who's going to take you on this little wrestling journey tonight. It is Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and Mr. Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I'm Big Nick. And yes, apparently we're not the only ones that aren't sleeping before the pay-per-view, before Elimination Chamber, to wake up at the ass crack of dawn here because everybody's showing up and showing out for SmackDown.
It better be. Let's go.
Right.
Let's go. If we're waking up, we're bringing y'all with us. So it's going to be a good one. The live is going to be fun tonight. The go-home show for Elimination Chamber. Of course, if you know any spoilers out there, keep them to yourself. I don't want to hear them, but we're going to get into that. And for those who are out there posting like clips of the finishes and stuff, screw you. But beyond that, we will keep our eye on TNA as well. They got a big show in No Surrender. Pretty stacked card, 7 solid matches. Nick and I are going to be here for that. We don't know if we're going to get all the way through Rampage, but depending on No Surrender, we'll see. But we are doing a quick turnaround. We're going to take a little cat nap, get a shower, get some breakfast, and be right back on for Elimination Chamber bright and early tomorrow morning. We probably see you guys a little bit before 4:30 a.m. So set those alarms. Be ready. But Nick, big weekend on this channel.
Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit.
Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. But yeah, no, we're looking forward to it. I think some interesting things tonight. Drew McIntyre, LA Knight. What I love is the pictures going around of when they were both in Impact together. So that's quite funny looking at the old Drew McIntyre without the facial hair, a young LA Knight. So we will get that tonight. We're getting Dom Mysterio and JD McDonagh taking on the new Catch Rules Republic, whatever. What do they call him? Pete Dunne and Bate.
New Catch Republic.
New Catch Republic. Banana Republic in the house.
Exactly. That's what I said actually last night, I believe. And we've got Braun Breaker making his debut. But by the way, speaking of Impact, on the No Surrender countdown show right now, we have Trent Seven and Mike Bailey taking on the Rascals. So who you got?
That's not bad. Not bad. I got Rascals.
Fair enough. I'll agree with you on that one. I kind of just don't. Like, on one hand, I get the pairing of Trent Seven and Mike Bailey, but I also, at the same time, don't.
Just something to do.
Yeah, a little bit.
Something to do. And tonight will be an interesting night for TNA. It is the first live tapings without one Scott D'Amore, who apparently had $10 million in his pocket, and it was burning a hole. And Anthem said, thanks, but we'll keep it.
Yeah, he was out there just holla, but
come purchase some stuff with us. But I see the chat getting busy, folks. We will get to you very soon, but make sure you get in that chat. Be a friend, tell a friend. If you know anybody out there talking about wrestling, give them our link. Let them know where they can get the most wrestling coverage out there.
Absolutely, and the most honest, genuine coverage instead of fucking good old Uncle Dave here. And it's a little bit of a definition of insanity, though, that we're doing this and then turn around quicker than a jackrabbit back at it for 4:30 in the morning. Some people are either doing one or neither.
Yeah, facts. Here, big question for the chat who's here right now and yourself, Big Nick. Are the Wrestling Observer Awards like the most irrelevant thing on the fucking planet?
They're the most confusing thing.
Like Booker of the Year, Triple H. Promoter of the Year, Nick Khan.
By the way, has anyone checked on Tony Khan? And please take his phone away. Delete the Twitter app.
It kills me. And then all this stuff is like, you know, best WWE show, best show of the week, Dynamite, of course.
Best wrestler, Dynamite. Best show, Dynamite.
What are we doing?
Worst booking tactic or whatever was a fucking award. Like, way to just try and take a jab there, Dave.
Well, yeah, that whole thing. Oh, well, Vince pushing himself into the bot. What did that have to do with the booking? What did that have to do with anything? Like, that's behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, that award made no sense. That's just
Dave's had a bad week and he's had a bad year last week, and it continues to keep getting bad for him.
Oh yeah, he ain't doing so well. Uncle Dave is struggling.
He needs a fucking senility check there. Make sure his cognitive, abilities are still functioning.
He might want to consider retirement. Let's be honest.
Well, I mean, someone sent me a video from 10 years ago, so I reported it as fact.
That's the best shit ever. Kills me.
And then can't even retract his statement on it.
Of course not. Why would he? How could he? But that all being said, yeah, back to SmackDown tonight. Again, we're not expecting a whole lot of groundbreaking stuff to go on and take place, but they should set up tomorrow morning very nicely. Lots from the press conference last night. Lots of cool little moments. Rhea Ripley and Waller doing double shoeies. That was cute. Nia getting in Rhea's face. KO tried to beat up Logan Paul. Randy Orton called Logan Jake, which was hilarious.
Well, one thing I noticed, because I caught part of the beginning of it, hopefully Perth can get their together when it comes to chants by the pay-per-view, because they had to get coached like the second or third time to actually sing Cody's song like together. Everyone shows the one clip when they did it right. No one wants to show the clip where they were way all over the place.
Practice. It's practice.
Right. Chorus practice.
But yeah, this match rolling along right now. Trent Seven gets a 2 count.
Right. Christopher said, best comment so far already. Breaking news for the Observer. Best wrestling live stream, Wrestling for Life. Absolutely. Dave, fact check it.
Yeah, let's go, Dave. You want to actually get an award correct. It was just so confusing seeing the results come out. Then you see like PWIs, and they don't even have like, you would assume that there's like similarities between the nominees and such. And it's so subjective. It's so crazy to me.
Hey, the only blatantly subjective award that's out there that's completely credible because we admit it's subjective is the Golden KJ.
Let's go, the 4 lifeies.
Right. It's the only reliable award.
But yeah, no, absolutely. We'll say hi to some of the early birds. I got Damien always looking forward to some stuff. Looking forward to ABC and Grizzled Young Vets. If the first 2 matches between these 2 teams are any indication, we are in for a banger of a match tonight. That should be a fun one. We loaded, for multiple reasons. Go home show, Liv versus Tiff. Braun Breaker. Is Liv versus Tiff happening tonight?
Yes, sir. Nice. As we get a 2 count off a shooting star from Mike Bailey on a Trey Miguel here.
Nice shooting star too by Mike. Attaboy. Braun Breaker's main roster debut should be a good one. Now, didn't Braun Breaker have a couple matches on Raw? Or like this is his first official? Like
he had like one match. Remember where Heyman came out with him and stuff like that. That was it. I think as him being a full-fledged member of the main roster versus brought up from NXT.
Just being picky. Drew versus TNA No Surrender is stacked as well. Yes, it is. We're looking forward to that one. Of course, on the eve of the night, we got to get up first thing in the morning. TNA would do one of their pay-per-views.
It's very much a TNA thing to do. But yeah, granted, I like how they're still having to put out charts and explain it to everyone how time zones work.
What I'm loving is all the Europeans and the people in the UK that we're friends with just laughing and dancing and
hot. Now you know how it feels.
Yeah. People out on the West Coast, we're sorry. It might be easier. You can get home from the bar and turn on Elimination Chamber.
Facts.
What's up, AJ? How you doing? Eric Davidson's back with us. Joe Wright, good to see you. I mad it to live. Woo! Don't be mad. Get glad. but he made it to live. No, it's good to see
Yeah.
you, Joe. Juan, how's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Who else we got here? Christopher Finley, Cool Gamer. Bears back at it. I hope you're feeling better, sir. Hope you are doing well. Chamber should hopefully be a good one. I'll be seeing it at 10 a.m. Look, perfect time. Nice, 10 a.m., nice pocket. Get up, join the boys. It'll be a fun one, Bear.
Well, I hopefully we're not still going at 10 a.m. because that would, if we're still live, that's we're 6 hours plus deep and everything. But I like that now. There's people that are just like, I love you, but I can't wake up early enough for that. So I'll just catch you on the replay.
Oh, Steve Macklin with a chop block out of nowhere as the ref is distracted. So this new little faction, this new little collaboration between Rascals and Macklin continue, Nick.
I saw him last night. And I'm like, I even asked Anthony, I was like, what's the correlation here? Like, what's the connection?
They, just bad guys being bad together.
Just street punk, street rat, riff raff. I don't buy that.
Right.
Listen, so the Rascals pick up the win.
Yes. I backslid into that one. Actually, I kind of went through the front door on that one.
Yeah.
But, no, not bad opening match. So we already started with a little bit of fireworks. Steve Macklin helping the Rascals beat Mike Bailey and Trent 7. The pre-show rolls on. If I was TNA, for these shows, the secondary pay-per-views they do on the Fridays, do them on Thursdays in place of a weekly show. You would get more viewers to your weekly night Thursday, and all your Thursday shit's taped anyway. I would be doing it on Thursdays.
Valid. That is actually a fantastic point because it makes your regular weekly slot appointment viewing. You get used to that. You make it. It's the same reason why Monday Night Raw initially started going Monday night or with Monday Night Football, because now people are already going to be gathered together. So when they're not gathered for football, they just instinctually in that habit. So if you do that, then they'll extinct. I'm stumbling on my own damn words. Junior, I can get the words out. They'll instinctually want to gather on Thursdays.
Yeah, I think if you already watch on Thursdays, being that these pay-per-views are secondary and you can still make them member plus options, but I mean, again, for the amount of ratings or viewers or streams they get on a Thursday, to me, it's not a terrible idea. It's not like you're probably going to bring in more people than a normal Thursday if you did it right.
I would still do it's TNA. Those ones are TNA plus, or you get it on Fight or whatever, because then it funnels people to TNA plus, which is about the same cost if you buy the show individually on Triller TV now.
Absolutely. How's it going, Cool Gamer? Rocco's back with us. Cody wins at Mania, jumps over to SmackDown. Raw loses a big star, so Raw needs a big star jumping over from SmackDown. Orton wins the Chamber, wins the title, opening to open night 2. Interesting. I wouldn't mind Randy Orton getting a title. I wouldn't. I don't see it happening, but I don't mind it.
It's not a bad prediction. It's not a bold strategy, but it's, I don't think it's the correct one.
Right. Good to see AJ. Mana Quest is in the house. Hope you guys got plenty of coffee for this weekend. Among other things, we are ready to go. We are locked and loaded.
Facts. I made sure to grab myself 2 energy drinks, some 2 C4s there before I, got home from work today, just in case I need a little pick me up there in between.
Might be fucking trying to pick.
Might be here wired for us out. I might be going straight through all the way to the Collision.
Are you doing Collision as well tomorrow or no?
Cool.
Damien, I love you, and I appreciate all your support and all the time you spend with us. We are not committed to Saturday night at all. Under the circumstances, we're probably going to take Saturday night off. When I say probably, you never know how itchy we get. But, pause. We're not scheduled to do anything else this weekend. We are going to take some downtime and breathe. We got Revolution coming up. We got Reckoning coming up from House of Glory. We got Mania coming up. We got lots of wrestling coming. So we might not be here tomorrow night, sir.
We're staring down the WrestleMania barrel here right now. So much like Jesus, we got to take a couple of days before we rise again.
Right. Won't let us stop.
Right. Fucking Tony Khan, just Jesus H, tap dancing Christ.
Gliding on by. Yeah. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes. Get that alarm set. That's how you do it. Or just like put your phone, have YouTube, have us ready, and we'll just start yelling in your ear like I always do. And
yes, we are live. That's your alarm clock right there. Jesus.
Who's coming out now?
The system.
System. Brian Myers.
Yeah, the system, but not of down.
What's going on? Juan, show notes, see money. Jason, good to see you. Breaking news: the main event for No Surrender is Mustafa Ali versus Sabin. Anthony C does not have the main title in the main event.
Has that been confirmed?
I don't know.
What's your source, sir? I am very interested in that, though. But that would, I think, me and Anthony talked about this last. I don't know if you guys talked about it the week before, but it's where every match, especially on this card, seems like they all try and outdo each other to be the best match and all have the potential to be the best match of the night. It reminds me very much of like NXT takeovers.
Yeah, that's what I do like about the TNA pay-per-views in a lot of cases are very much that way. Like they're very like we've built towards this, and I think because they have the ability when you're doing the recordings to kind of line up everything nicely. Like this will happen week 1, 2, 3, 4. And then these pay-per-views come together and they're solid. Like the pay-per-view we're getting tonight on paper is stacked.
Right. As I believe we've added a match now. So we're getting Kevin Knight and
the MVP of last night, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. That man sold me 100. I wanted to see him versus Moose after that. To hell with Alex Shelley. We've seen enough of you, Alex. I wanted Kevin Knight here.
The man put on a show. Hell yeah. What's up, EQ? Who else? A Boston Gamers with us. Already got Christopher. Do love this comment, though. Breaking news from the Observer. Best wrestling live stream. And you know what? That's legitimate because you don't have to check sources or facts. So it is official. We are the 2023 Streamers of the Year.
Wrestling Observer Network. Best live stream award winner. So says Uncle Dave, because just send him this in 10 years and he'll think it's current. So
right. There you go. When I listen to Jim Cornette talk about taking his dog out for a morning Russo, well, get up early tomorrow, have your Russo, and join us. What's up, Casey?
That needs to be a strand. That needs to be a strain. Is the Russo.
The Russo drip?
Yeah, a Russo drip. Some bro wings.
Right? Oh, so we got Kevin Knight and Kushida. Okay. It's almost a replay of last night.
Yeah, a little bit. All that's missing is the two guys in the main event, or what was going to be, I thought, the main event.
What did you think about the return of Simon Gotch last night?
Was that his actual return? Because I missed the week before.
Yeah.
Oh, I like Simon Gotch. I know he's had his issues before, and I'll leave it at that. But I think especially in TNA, he works really well. He's got that good still style of wrestling. And I want to see him versus Suzuki in a Gotch pile driver off.
Right? Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I got to jump ahead a little bit here, Nick. Big super chat. Thank you so much, Mana Quest. We greatly appreciate that love. Okay, let's talk about this. Cody wins the title at Mania. Then what? Nothing. It'll tank. Cody can't live up to the pressure. Never has, never will. Bold statement, but this is part of my fear because I know how fickle wrestling fans have been, Nick. He's going to win it, and a month later, you'll have guys in fucking AEW hoodies going on about how it's a flop, how they need to change the title, that he can't do it. He's the biggest baby face in the wrestling world. I believe that if he does win it, he can carry it. But I do believe the most intriguing part of all this, Nick, is that the chase.
He's not going to win.
It's the chase.
Yeah. Well, 100%. That's always the issue. And that's always like, this is a bold statement. And thank you again very much for the super chat. By the way, folks, if that's how you want to cut the line where we're reading through the comments, if you want to make sure your comment gets read, everything with that, you don't get missed and you want to help support the channel, there we got the super chats, the super stickers, the memberships, which if you watched last night, I kind of hinted at some things that might be coming to the membership and everything. So make sure you want to tune into that. But it's always the thing with every babyface is once it's a dog chasing a car. Once they catch the car, they don't know what the fuck to do with it.
Now, I will say that I'm optimistic with the current roster in WWE that there's plenty of heels.
Facts.
And potential, like, even if you do have to shuffle some things around, or, you know, even people that we haven't thought of or people that could come back to the company, that would be intriguing. Because I'd pay for Cody Cardona. I mean, Cody Randy kind of writes itself. But then you do have, you know, a good amount of talent around the roster that could keep it intriguing.
But well, still, there's a certain somebody out there that again hasn't officially signed anywhere and everything. That if we want a big heel to come in to face Cody, that knows Cody pretty well, you know, we could get.
Oh my
god! Could you imagine if that's the next big heel that Cody's got to face?
I know who can imagine it.
100%. I just happened to, you know, kind of bring up the scarf and everything. Like Mr. Dress Up, I got props here all by my side. It's like, whose line is it anyway?
The Carrot Top of wrestling.
Right, the Carrot Top of pro wrestling. Thank you. Fuck you.
Goodbye.
Not quite.
James and Casey, good to see you. I work third shift tonight, so a PLE to get me through. My shift is perfect. James, I love it. Glad we could be of service. Glad the wrestling could be of a service. Anthony's in the house. What's up, Anthony? How you doing? How you doing on this night? I'm sure you're sitting eating your popcorn, watching the No Surrender as we roll on already.
Right. Sean saying Slacker's taking Saturday night off. Don't you start that. Don't you do that. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Don't worry. They'll announce something stupid or something ridiculous, and Nick and I will be messaging each other like, so how you feeling?
So what are we doing?
Did you
see, Brother Fluff's got your back, though. He's saying, enjoy the time off, my friends. Meanwhile, Boston instantly pops in with, fuck it, just stream right through now until Saturday night.
We
might rest. Don't threaten us. Don't threaten us. We've done 12-hour some odd streams before.
Wait till WrestleMania week, guys, when we're here for like a ridiculous amount of time. You're going to get sick of looking at us. Like we are here. We get sick of looking at each other.
Facts. That's why we take them long pauses during that. We bring on other people and everything.
Well, yeah,
sick of looking at you.
We're looking forward to it. We're definitely looking forward to it tonight, guys. Lots going on, and then tomorrow morning should be fun. People are funny. I'm not getting on for that. Like, we're all the real wrestling fans. Wake up!
Right? Grab a brush and put it on the makeup. You wanted to. Nick be needing Flair energy drinks in the morning. That might have me tripping out here with all them mushrooms in there.
Don't encourage that, please. I got to talk to the man. Licking the
I'm already crazy as it is. We don't need to add to the crazy.
Fucking hell.
Nick, Ray, what up? Sorry, I'm just getting through some names from before. I think there was. I'm trying to find somebody that you had earlier. But it's all good. So again, if we missed your comment 100%, drop another comment, be a friend, tell a friend, drop a super chat, drop a, become a member here like Mana Quest.
There you
feel
go.
That rocky energy, that mana.
Welcome to the family. Took your advice, Big Nick, slept all day. It was a good plan. It was definitely a good plan if you could pull it off.
Yeah, if you had that option, it's a good option.
It really is. Ooh, huge drop kick. Kushida with basically a doomsday drop kick.
Dumps Eddie onto the outside. Got Myers up for the Legion of Doom spot here. Man just hopped up straight. No, not off nothing, and just drop kicked that man.
Yeah, right out of the electric chair. So real nice drop kick. Kevin Knight started to make a name for himself. I know he's made a name for himself elsewhere. That's why they were happy to sign him with TNA. And now they're starting to utilize him a little more, and we're all getting an idea of what he can do. Like I said, I know you and Anthony said it last night. The MVP of Impact last night was definitely Kevin Knight.
Oh, absolutely. I wanted to see him versus Moose after that. Well, the man's got the bunny hops there. The man needs to be in a dunk contest or something out here. Man's got ups.
Wrestling for Life, enjoying my vacation and watching the stream. we need a vacate. Where are we going on vacay? We'll bring the stream with us.
Well, we've done that before, to where we had the little luau. We were out here in Hawaiian shirts and leis and everything. We were the tribal chiefs before the tribal chief.
Facts. Island of Relevancy started here, folks.
Right.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, he's doing a hell of a lot better. Well, I'm glad to hear that very much.
I love it. I love it, bro.
Juan mentioned how we're 100% unscripted, baby. Trust me.
Ooh.
I stumble over enough words to prove that.
Deep two count off the elbow drop. Sabin versus Ali should be pretty dope. Yeah, it's gonna cook. I'm ready for this one. Should be a hell of a match. Be very interesting if it is in fact the main event tonight.
Right.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, it was on the Instagram, so there you go.
I'll take it. But take your word for it, Jason.
Well, and Connor's correct bringing up, because you asked earlier how Braun's been on the main roster before. Braun won the NXT title back from Dolph on the Raw after Mania.
That's facts. So yeah, I'm just being a little nitpicky, but as an official member of the roster, he's debuting. Yes.
Oh,
system for the W. Yeah, Brian Myers getting the pin.
Shining Wizard. 1, 2, 3.
There we go. You caught me.
Yeah.
There you go. So we're starting off, even the pre-show starting off with some pretty good action here tonight. Pretty happy with this.
Well, absolutely.
The sellout Jimmy Uso strikes again on Raw. Doug, Jimmy's driving everybody nuts, but man, kind of thought they were going to set this up, and it looks like they are.
I like it. Granted, it's the oldest trick in the book, the fake bell ring here.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I saw fans of like, oh, that's so dumb. What would you do if an alarm went off? Like, if you're walking through a parking lot and a car alarm goes off, you stop and look. You don't just
exactly. Fire alarm goes off. You go through. You're walking out of a store, and the little EMS sensors go off and everything like that. Even though you didn't steal no shit, you still stop.
Mm-hmm.
You still freeze up for a minute.
Right. Joe asking, do you think Velveteen Dream could go back to WWE? The interview with Chris seemed sincere to me, and he just made an appearance in an indie show. He did show up in an indie show. We did see that. I don't know. I really think he's got a big hill to climb. He's got a lot of past. He's got to put a lot of distance between him and his past.
I would appreciate it if this is the last time we talk about Patrick Clark, because I feel like that's the most time that he deserves of that man. To me, that I need nothing to do with that man. I don't see him ever going back. Even his little apology video, he mentioned he never felt actually like remorseful, never addressed anything. Just there's a lot of fucking vague apologies. You see a lot of, social media personalities when they, really fuck up and then have to apologize and don't actually take blame or responsibility for their actions. Yeah, I'm all the way off with that, man. So if you want to see him come back, you do you, but I'm just personally all the way off.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't imagine he would. I mean, I'm not perfect enough.
They wouldn't take him back. I can tell you that.
As I said, like right now, there's way too much baggage there, too much unseedy bullshit that he kind of got himself into, and some things can't be erased with an I'm sorry.
We're sorry. We're sorry. It's like BP from South Park. We're sorry.
Yeah,
we're sorry.
Did you see this today? You fucking killed me.
Yeah, he went to Ostia. He's going to visit Donald. Fantastic. Yeah, Arnold's over there like, yeah, come on, Truth. Yeah, it's amazing. You can tag me in.
Tag me in. But ladies and gentlemen, we will be getting the start of SmackDown very soon, as well as any moment now. As well, TNA, the official main card, will be starting momentarily. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Be a part of all the fun. We watch more live wrestling than anyone else out there, and we will be back tomorrow to do so. Tomorrow morning, 4:30 a.m. We'll probably be here before that.
Literally, you leave here probably whenever we get off tonight. You blink, and we'll be back at it like a jackrabbit here, live covering more wrestling. Which, by the way, spoiler alert: the Iconics are in attendance, allegedly.
Yes.
So I very much think that we could see them come out and quote unquote be the potential host. But
that'd be interesting.
Elimination Chamber.
I'm a fan. As we, I got LA Knight opening the show here, Nick.
I am still at then.
Let me know when you got LA Knight going for a stroll.
Okie dokie.
What's up, Bama Beard? How you doing? Latika, how are you? How are you? SmackDown is the pre-show for Perth, basically.
Facts. As I have LA Knight walking through right now. I got his little title placard.
There we go. There we go. What, KJ, what is your favorite WWE wrestler minus Seth Rollins and The Undertaker and Kane and Damian Priest? Well, I mean, do I go with KO just because?
Is that saying yourself?
Right. No, it just hard to pick favorites. They come and go. It depends on who's doing what. But there's Tiffany. There's Liv.
Speaking of favorites, Tiffany Stratton. I got Tiffany right now.
There you go. This is also a tape show. Sophie, it is. Then, like, we will remind everybody out there, if you know the spoilers, shut up.
You will get put in timeout if you put some spoilers there in the chat.
Yeah, don't do it. It's not worth it.
Christopher saying, I just joined the membership. Yes, you did. Shout out. Excuse me, Christopher, becoming a member. Absolutely.
Be a member, tell a member. Right.
Alex, wrestling for life.
In noun form. I like it.
Yeah.
But here comes Bianca Belair.
Have you heard about the potential discussion of there being a Bianca Belair versus Tiffany Stratton match at WrestleMania?
I have. I heard some discussion about it, and I'm very intrigued by it.
I'm interested by it. I think it'd be a hell of a match, and it instantly elevates Tiffany. I'll say that. It tells you that they are very much viewing her in that echelon.
Mm-hmm.
Montez Ford is a lucky man. I will say that.
But Bianca's starting this one off, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, here we come. We're getting a video package for Elimination Chamber in Perth.
Well, like, who was it that said it earlier in the chat that this is basically the pre-show for Perth? Yeah, a little bit. It's something about these tape shows.
What about them?
Not sure, but Steven's saying Jade and Nia be in a WrestleMania match. Ooh, I don't know.
Jade, Nia's fine. Nia's been great. Jade's an up-and-comer. I got no problem with that.
Green with greener?
How can we call Nia Jax green? She's been in the fucking company for over a decade.
Because she's not someone, respectfully, personally, I don't think she's someone that could lead a match.
And she'd be perfectly fine leading as a heel. She'd be perfectly fine. And again, if you want to get Jade over as a babyface, Nia would be a good person to do it against. Again, could it be a little clunky and abrupt? Yeah, but you can't call Jade. You can't call Nia green. You can say she's not great, but she's not green. She's been around for a while.
Fair enough. Well, there you go. And then I guess it also depends on how they view how Jade's been in the Performance Center and all that, which we can get into the whole discussion at some point of how everyone was losing their fucking mind, I guess, that she wasn't in the chamber, which no one outside of the Meltzerites really thought she was ever going to be in the fucking chamber. So
patience. A star is being born in front of us. Just be patient.
Right. Jay Stone, what up? Saying watching from NYC. A shout out.
Oh, no.
Former NY resident, but not the NYC.
Morgan. Do y'all think there'll be any surprises at the chamber? I do think there'll be a few. I think there'll be something. I mean, a big return, maybe not, but like definitely some surprises. Nick talked about the Iconics maybe being in the building, being present. We know the Undertaker's in Perth for his one-man show. So that is a potential. And does he make an appearance just to give the Australian fans a Taker entrance? Why not? Cody and Seth have a talking segment on the Waller effect. Will that turn into something?
That's alleged to tune into a tag match between Cody and Seth and Waller and Theory.
Yeah, who Theory now is loved by everybody for telling a reporter to go shag himself and threatening to smack him upside the head.
Did that not seem more, though, respectfully fabricated than even the Grayson Waller thing?
No, he seemed legitimately pissed from the clip I saw.
Right, but it seemed like that just whole situation just came out of nowhere. Like all of a sudden, like let's get the cameras rolling here.
Yeah,
so it's fake, right? Like,
yeah.
Even when's the last time since like the 70s you heard a wrestler or a reporter say to a wrestler in their face that pro wrestling is fake?
Yeah, and I wonder. I mean, part of me thought maybe the reporter did it just because he saw what had happened with.
He just wanted to get hit.
Yeah, like, oh, I know I'm going to get a reaction. I know I'm going to get a whole bunch of clicks if I mouth off to this guy.
I hate that type of fucking content.
I feel like it is.
That's not a bad show, but I just personally hate that type of shit. That's like that fuck around and find out, and then you're the asshole when they find out.
Yeah, no, that's it, right? Like you set this up. You knew what the response was going to be. You wanted to be smirky because there's this. I feel like there's this feeling of like I'm in a protective. There's a glass wall between us. You can't do shit. You
won't do it. So, yeah. But what is IWC on Twitter?
Right. Yeah. Fact. But Tiffany and Liv are kicking off, and so is Eric Young and Kazarian, two OGs. How about Big Damo?
Yeah, he came out there looking like fucking Grizzly Adams. I'm still over here excited because Eric Young's doing his best MF Doom cosplay.
Right? He loves it. Nia Jax did get released. Okay. Jade eliminated Nia at the Rumble. Facts, Chambers. Oh, Liv Morgan chasing down Tiff.
Because Tiffany was just, no, you can have that. I'm walking away here.
Yeah, I don't need this.
Right.
Looks like an aerobics workout when the ladies get in a clinch and start punching each other. LOL. Let's get physical.
We both thought the same thing.
Right. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, what's up, KJ and Nick? How's it going? Jake, the aerial assassin. How you doing? Eric Young for the win. Who you got, folks?
Speaking of aerial assassins, I will remind everybody, be here Wednesday night when Will Ospreay's making his official debut in AEW here. Plus, it's going to be the last appearance of Sting, or the last scheduled Dynamite appearance of Sting.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the last time we see Sting. Oddly enough, Ric Flair making friends with the Bucks. Didn't see that coming. I don't like where this is going, Nick.
You had one sad, pathetic asshole that wants to hang out with two more sad, pathetic assholes. Where's the surprise?
It's like look in the mirror and be like, one day all this could be yours.
Right. It's one day all of the Woo Empire can be yours. Ric Flair's the fucking emperor out here with the goddamn Siths. Like I said, it's just a man who can't admit that time has passed him by, hanging out with two wrestlers that can't admit that, honestly, if you want to look at it, time has passed them by.
Yeah, they're not the Young Bucks anymore. Then they're again, we'll get into this debate at some other point, but they're not good. They are acting. And yes, Jay, TNA is doing No Surrender as we speak. Nick and I are watching two shows at the same time because we're gluttons for
punishment. Is it interesting though that we didn't get a walkout like you halfway potentially thought would have happened here? No Scott, no show.
Yeah, right. I'm waiting. Everybody, is anyone wearing armbands? Like we want Scott on their armbands.
Well, I talked about this with Anthony last night. Liv with a hell of a move there. The float over into a pinning position for one count. As I've got Kazarian and EY nose to nose, but Moose, I guess, came out and very much was, hey, let's give the new guy a chance before we can riot here. So seems to me we've got a peace treaty at least of we're going to see how this works out.
I'm not convinced it's total peace, and I do feel like people are going to have different takes on it. Like there's certain wrestlers that are definitely going to be closer to Scott. Even Moose loves Scott, was the reason why he took such a big contract. But again, his place in, like, when you're looking around, it tends to be the guys that are getting paid big money of like, let's play this out.
Well, no, I said it's because, think about it. If you sign like an 11-year contract or some ridiculous number like that, and that's your prison sentence now in Anthem, you ain't going nowhere. So you might want to see how this shit plays out. You might want to say, can't we all just get along?
Right.
Like, I gotta be here for a minute. Let's not fuck this up out the gate.
Right. No, you're not wrong with that at all. But I'm in our first commercial break for SmackDown. Liv goes off into commercial in control, and we got Frankie and Eric Young running around already.
Right. Kazarian right now in control of EY. This match between EY versus Kazarian is the winner gets a TNA World Heavyweight Championship match.
So a number one contenders match. I had no idea. This match
fits with TNA.
There you go. They better give Sting a good send-off. The man is not only an icon, but a revolutionary. Remember Stingray in the late 80s?
But is he a visionary? Is he Seth freaking Rollins?
Listen, listen, in all truth, in all fairness, I haven't felt like the Sting farewell tour has gone very well. It's been marred with Ric Flair controversy, Jericho controversy, shitty matches. Like, why are you fighting the workhorsemen on your farewell tour? Now this whole thing with the Bucks, it hasn't been my favorite. You know, I haven't been this disappointed with a farewell since Corbin beat Angle.
Right. My whole view on this whole Sting retirement tour is Sting has never been the fucking focus of this. Not one bit. He has not been the prominent player in this the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
You have his kids beaten up. You have him and his buddy bloodied, and the EVPs are wearing his bloody suits and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And what do we talk about? We talk about them.
Yeah, I threw out a theory that the deal that Sting made and why he wanted to go with the Bucks is the Bucks are going to drop the title to Sting's kids.
Jesus.
That's what we're going to get post Revolution.
They can't wrestle. I think this is just a way, again, to circumvent the system that they've built up so the Bucks get the belts. They won't do a job, or they won't have a match with Starks and Big Bill, much like FTR. So we'll go this route and we'll get over and we'll be the biggest heels. Like, they're tone deaf. That's again why how they relate to Ric Flair out here is TLD saying Ric Flair is the Sith Lord of wrestling.
Right?
They're all fucking tone deaf.
Ric Flair, I can picture him dropping to his knees, throwing a low blow on Sting to be like the nail in Sting's coffin. It's Flair that puts the last nail.
I mean, it is a slight bit poetic, especially for older wrestling fans like you and I. It's always been Flair that Sting's trusted and then has turned on him.
Yeah.
So that's the only aspect. But you could have done that without bringing in the young cucks.
Yeah, we're back. Liv Morgan, Tiffany Stratton swinging at it.
Big elbow from EY.
I'm really curious to see Tiffany's ability to kind of land and on her feet running with the main roster here.
I feel like she has. Well, even she was a big talk of the media event that they had and everything. So she's very much hit the ground running.
Mm-hmm. Not bad match to start the show here tonight, folks.
Right. Well, on either end here.
Not at all. I mean, two OGs going at it. I'm always good with that.
Well, and we can save this and we'll linchpin this for when we're here back at it for Chamber. But there's a lot of interesting layers with this Chamber match now for the women outside of initially it seemed very much Becky and Becky alone. Now you've got Liv, who's got to complete her revenge tour. Raquel, who has her own revenge tour with Raquel and has that history. So there's a lot more layers now at play here. And a lot more ways that they could go.
Yeah, it feels pretty deep. And again, it's also the secondary storylines that come out of it as well, right? Like, I don't expect Tiffany to win. I think that'd be a big surprise. But who does she piss off and who does she come out like? Will it be Tiffany and Belair for the next few weeks leading to Mania coming out of Chamber?
Right. I can see it. I can hope for it here. As Ronnie saying he gave us a like, appreciate it. And then Ronnie also saying, what time is it? It's Tiffy time. Absolutely. Going to the Tiffy time.
It's Tiffy time.
I like how my voice even gets like higher. And
Yeah, it did. It got real soft and like it's Tiffy time.
yeah, Tiffy time.
What's
Right.
you?
Oh, Dude Buster from Kazarian on the EY here.
There we go. There we go.
There's a big
folks.
slam from Tiff. So we got dueling pins here, both 2 counts.
And folks, if you are just tuning in, we are watching 2 shows at the same time because that's what we do.
That's why our eyes might look like iguanas.
If we can open them. Nick, they should have done a Team Taz reunion farewell match against Sting and Darby, especially when it's a tag team match. Regardless, have him go out how he came in. Interesting. I would have taken a list. There would be a list of people that I would have preferred over the Young Bucks.
Yeah, 100%.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Russian into the pin. Nice.
Ooh. Liv's always been talented. She's always just kind of seemed to get caught up in some shit or be like, the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think she's been a champ, right? So, I mean, she's got potential to get back into it. Injury kind of got in her way a little bit, but she is arguably one of, if not the most loved lady on the women's roster. Like
right. Alabama Slam. Sorry.
It's one of her moveset. It's filthy. Cracking heads.
Right. Are we about to get a count out here on TNA?
Probably. I can't wait for heel Bianca. I've been begging for heel Bianca for quite a while now.
Would it be heel Bianca versus what? Babyface Tiff? That'd be weird.
Maybe if the fans get behind her, if they keep cheering Tiffy, well then yeah, maybe. It'd be really confusing, but you gotta follow the way the way she goes.
Oh, was going for the prettiest moonsault.
Liv versus Tiffany looks like waitresses from Hooters Showdown.
It's like, yeah. Oh, that was a deep powerbomb pause, but yeah,
right.
it's Hooters v.
Here we go.
What?
Sorry, I was just saying the typical. We work our way over, and Tiffany's smacking, just smacking.
Oh, it was a run by a smacking, a run by a slapping.
Just clap upside the head.
One of the 5 fingers set in her face.
Right. Liv into Bianca.
Oh, but Liv dumps out and pushes out Bianca. So now we're going to get a small package.
And the win.
The most devastating move in professional wrestling, the small package.
That's a big win. A big chocolate. Right. A big check mark for Tiffany Stratton in her young career.
Sorry, I'm distracted now, and I'm looking back at TNA, and now Kazarian's just beating up the ref.
He's not happy.
He's just feeding him shots. This is Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton out here. He's just trying to bust him open the hard way. And now the ref brigade comes out to break it up. What happened? What did I miss?
Kazarian didn't like how the match ended. So he beat up the ref. And Drew McIntyre. Love that t-shirt. I really do. Do you think Jay gets a WrestleMania match? I don't know. It's a tough show right now because now we're in the thick of it. So you'd have to kind of get her going if you're going to get her going. She might make an appearance at Mania, maybe fuck up somebody else's match, but I don't know if she gets into a match.
Battle Royal.
Really? Yeah.
Probably.
What a maneuver.
Well, speaking of wrestling t-shirts, as you're shouting out Drew's shirt, you can go ahead and check out our merch store and everything, and you can grab your own lovely Wrestling for Life Network t-shirts. There's the beautiful bearded model there's, wearing on the catwalk.
My fellow Eric wins. There you go. Eric with the W. Welcome, Eric. Trent Hatchet saying, I can't wait and see who throws the towel in with Moose versus Alex Shelley. I think it's going to be Sabin. That was my prediction.
Oh. Is that part of the stipulation?
Yeah, it's so both guys have what do they call the match? But
Cornerman.
They both teams. Moose and Shelley will have friends in the corner, and the match doesn't end until someone throws a towel in.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Anthony, why didn't you tell me this last night?
So very interesting stipulation. I'm thinking it might be Sabin because I expect Moose to win, and then Shelley and Sabin can kind of battle each other for a little bit because Shelley's been kind of heelish. Sabin's still the X Division champion, so we'll see.
Well, I don't see Sabin. Well, this also, granted, depends on where they go in the match. If Sabin and Mustafa is the main event, then that could play into the main event, and Shelley may cost Sabin.
Facts.
Going off of your prediction.
Fair enough. Liv is just so damn gorgeous, bro. It's unreal. It's one of those people that when you see them, you feel ugly. You're like, God damn.
I just do all the time, but that's neither here nor there.
Never fear. Welcome, Larry. Good to see you. I'm on a commercial break. What's going on in TNA, Nick?
Right now, we're just running through the video packages or the card here, not even video packages.
Mm-hmm. But, ladies and gentlemen, we're on a commercial break. I will take a second to remind everybody to come back tomorrow morning. We are going to do a quick turnaround. We will be here bright and early for Elimination Chamber. They did add a match to the pre-show, of course, because why not? The one pre-show that actually has a match. So we will get Indy and Miss Gargano taking on the Kabuki Warriors. So we will be here live for that. But make sure you hit like and subscribe. The channel just hit 1 million views, ladies and gentlemen. We are nothing but humble and nothing but appreciative for that milestone. Less than 2 years deep. We're about to hit 4K subscribers, 1 million views in the books without, any gimmicks or any bullshit, just organically letting this channel and this family grow each day by showing up, being consistent. And the fact that we see so many returning faces night in and night out, we can absolutely say it's been truly a pleasure to watch this family grow and get bigger. We are the Wrestling Utopia, but we could not hit 1 million views if it wasn't for all you amazing people out there. So thank you so much for that. And we're looking forward to the next 1 million views in the book.
Absolutely. Whether you've been here for 5 seconds or, Christ, at this point, 500 hours or what have you, it's family at this point. Of y'all are pretty much as much part of the show as we are. Christ, that's how I got on the show, so I can say that from personal experience.
Can't get them off.
Pause. Why did you have to say that? Why did you have to say that? But no, 100%. I appreciate every second that anybody spends tuning into us, and to see that we're already still under the 2-year mark, about to hit damn near 4K subscribers, had millions and now millions of views. That it's just, it kind of just, for guys like us who are never short on words to say, it really makes us kind of fucking choke up and kind of pause on, like, goddamn, we appreciate you.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah, and millions. No, we appreciate it, folks. It's amazing. Nick and KJ, guys, have the best wrestling channel. Christopher, we appreciate it.
That's why we won the Wrestling Observer Network Award.
Right? That's why we're winning the award.
See, I got the award right here. We won it. We're good.
Right. Soon the host will be more famous and forget us. Never, Roddy. That's such a jaded, sad, cynical way.
Honestly, I'll say this, of even right now with all of this, and that's why we mentioned the super chats and the super stickers and everything so much, is because we always pride ourselves on being that channel that 100% tries to get through every comment, every chat message. We've even said before, we don't leave until y'all leave. The rest may suck, but we never do all of that. But now it's just, the family's grown so much, it's getting a little hard to make sure we show everybody the same love and all of that.
That's it. I mean, it's growing by the minute, but we got OGs in this chat from day one that are still hanging with us, and we don't forget, and we bring them all along. So, we're like the circus. Once people don't forget, home. I don't know any idea what you said.
I said people don't forget. Sorry, I was terrible in quoting Jonah Hill from Superbad.
Been with y'all for a year and a half, and it's been a super pleasure. You guys are familia and a blessing to the wrestling universe. Wow, Polo. That's touching. What am I looking at right now? Oh, it's Cedric Alexander and Adonis.
Are you sure this isn't Kevin Knight?
Like, what the fuck? I look like Will.I.am, says Cedric.
Like I said, you look like Kevin Knight and Trick Williams had a child. As we're getting JYV versus ABC. Who's going to get the 1, 2, 3?
ABC.
Easy as 1, 2, 3.
Are y'all surprised Stephanie and Shane made it into WWE 2K24? No. Somebody asked, is CM Punk going to be in it? I assume Punk's going to be in it.
Right now, he's set up to not. So unless he's going to be DLC, but they've also.
That'll be a bonus DLC for sure.
Do I have everybody's attention now? That'll be the whole little intro. But they've basically, they couldn't strip Brock Lesnar out of the game, but he's a non-playable character, but there'll still be enough building blocks that you could make him essentially, if you really wanted to.
Yeah, absolutely. Y'all rock. We appreciate EQ. What's your thoughts on The Rock returning to SmackDown next week? We expect it. I want them there. I want Roman. I want The Rock. People keep hoping they're going to show up in Perth. I don't think that's going to be the case. It'd be a hella surprise. But, I mean, yeah, we want to keep building this story. I mean, we're getting huge reactions, huge views, huge numbers. I'm all for it. I want to see it.
Well, and even then, if you want to avoid the narrative that's already been put out there about Dwayne, about Roman, of how they never show up, then you actually have to show up. Not saying you got to be there every week, but at least maybe every other.
Yeah. And now we're going to replay a Raw as well.
Which isn't interesting to you that was Cody's first solo pinfall loss since Mania 39, televised.
Well, no, didn't he lose to Brock? Was it not a pinfall?
Televised, like TV.
Oh, like on TV? Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. He's your.
Or no. Brock would have been.
It was
Brock before 39.
After the Brock storyline was after leading.
What was it? A pinfall loss? I think it was a tap.
But I don't think they had a TV match. That's why. But no, it doesn't surprise me. I don't think your main event guys, your top tier wrestlers, are supposed to lose a lot on TV.
Fair enough. So who are you taking, JYV or ABC?
Grizzled young vets, I think, are here, and they're about to make a statement.
Oh, absolutely. I'm hoping that they've officially signed with TNA.
Oh, that's funny. Mark says, I've been here since before the Golden KJ. Absolutely. I was like, I thought he meant me in general. I was like,
before the Golden KJ was conceived. Yeah. KJ, I am your father.
Right. The love child. I have the memory of an elephant and the butt to match. There you go, Larry. Be proud. Be proud, bro.
There you go.
Bo, how you doing? I got a random question for you guys. I'm eager with anticipation. GYV.
I'm hesitant with anticipation.
With those glasses, he was like Seth Rollins. Yeah, little Seth vibe going on.
Whoa.
Oh, we got Roman in the bloodline.
Backstage.
Laughing about what he did on Monday.
Who sent you to Raw?
Paul Heyman. Yeah, it was Heyman. I double checked.
He called a play.
Oh, Jimmy's such a bitch.
Oh, well, 100%. But he plays perfectly, the perfect stooge. He's the perfect stooge.
Roman, I'm just playing with you. Grizzled going nuts for the win.
But see, I like what they did there that nobody else probably really thought of. Did you not question for a minute that Dwayne would have been the one that told him to go?
No.
You never thought that could have been at play?
Maybe. And it didn't cross my mind, but I wouldn't be shocked if that was the play. I like the fact that it was, Roman fucking with them, and I had permission.
Oh no, I like that, but I'm saying I think with him kind of checking him, I was waiting for if he halfway sat there and said it was Dwayne, it was the high chief, and then we get that underlying tension.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't think we're ready for the tension yet. Coming soon is Braun Breaker. Pause.
Braun
Breaker coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back in a commercial break, and we still have No Surrender rolling on.
Right.
Grizzly Young Vets for the win, says Jason. There you go. TK has finally announced Malachi's. Dude, I shit a cat a little bit today. I was like, holy shit. Malachi Black is getting a singles match for the first time in like 300 plus days.
And he'll lose.
Will he lose to Brian Keith? Brian Keith's on that I just signed, so I have to job out to like 12.
No. Well, yeah, that is the little bit of the wash cycle that you have to go through here. But then again, there's a lot of the rumor and the speculation that once certain contracts are up, certain people are out, and Malachi's on that list.
Yeah, but again, that was another Davism, which was like, well, these guys won't do jobs.
No. I'm not saying about the whole that he won't do a job, whatever. I'm saying I think that Malachi, once his contract's done,
I agree with that.
But so does Tony go of, well, you weren't going to go over on your way out.
But if Dave Meltzer's accurate, he should win tomorrow night. He's like, I'm not doing a job. Get out of here. We'll find out.
The kerfuffle in your statement there is you said Dave Meltzer and accurate in the same sentence.
Yeah, not going to fly. No, I'm happy. I'm a big Malachi Black fan. Again, when you see all these people from Mexico coming in and we all read and heard the controversy that, you agree to bring in talent from CMLL to create an angle where they're going to go now to Mexico for the payoff. Mm-hmm. And on those nights, you are not allowed to use anyone from AAA that cannot be on Dynamite or Collision or Rampage that night as part of the agreement. It ruffled a lot of feathers. Then you look at guys like Malachi Black, Wardlow, Hobbs. Now, Wardlow had a weird promo this week, but you see so much talent not being used. And then all these it's like missionaries.
Every single night.
Right? You see all these guys coming in that aren't regulars. Even like, I love RVD, but you have people on your roster you're not using, and here's RVD in the main event on a Dynamite. Like, help me understand.
It's, even though it's a little bit like what Wardlow said there, I know you said that he had a weird promo. I actually kind of liked the promo, but again, it's the issue going back with Darby, going with, well, we've got CMLL guys and we're building to them having a CMLL show, not our show. Tony Khan does a great job of getting other people over. He can't do fuck and all when it comes to getting his own guys over. Even when Rhea's getting mentioned during Buddy's segments and all of that. Dom's getting mentioned, and they're having to sit there and joke and chuckle about each other of, hey, look at it. We're over in 2 companies. We sat there and we have Darby cut a whole thing. And the only big pop out of the whole segment was for Cody, who doesn't work here. Same thing with the Bucks promo. Same thing with Wardlow's promo. They're all getting over guys who don't work here anymore.
Right. And don't get me wrong. Wardlow cut a good promo. It just came out of left field as the henchman of the Undisputed Kingdom. I did not expect it. He is like the muscle.
He needed to find his marbles.
Right. Like, but I don't. It's just so weird. Like, he did it so detached from the rest of his faction. Like, why is this dude just out here yelling? Like,
is it a faction? Honestly, I don't know what the fuck to make of it anymore at this point. I was put it out. And speaking of Wrestling Observer Awards, that whole devil shit.
I was shocked. That was exactly what I was going to say. I was shocked to see that, Nick. That actually in the Wrestling Observer, the devil storyline was voted the worst.
Because it was so bad, it would have been too conspicuous to hide.
Mm-hmm.
You can't hide, the fucking beluga whale that you just killed over here in the corner. You can hide maybe, the rabbit and everything, but the giant, elephant in the corner here. You got to you can't hide that too well.
We are getting highlights of the WWE roster running around Perth, Australia, by the way, playing with koalas, diving in water. Good times.
Right?
Australia looks beautiful. It's on my bucket list. The three
You
faces
come from a land down under.
Yeah. And right now, the Grizzled Young Vets in control. And here comes Braun Breaker.
Yeah, absolutely. Zach Gibson taking it to Chris Bate right now, as I've still got Western Australia with the Superstore.
I'm slightly ahead of you. Let me know when you get the dog face gremlin.
What is Rick Steiner?
Right? Let me know.
Right.
There,
video package or thing for LA and Drew later. I'll refresh.
Okay. The Three Faces promo on NXT has to be Uncle Howdy. I don't know. I've seen a lot of people speculate about this, but I don't think so.
I'm getting the dog growling and everything. His intros is fucking badass, by the way.
It works. It definitely works.
100%. So I've got Braun coming out right now.
Do you think it's Bo Dallas?
No, I think you actually said it when we got the Good Brothers showing up in NXT of it being Tama Tonga.
I do kind of dig that, like that take of and I don't even know if I get to take full credit. I think someone in the chat might have thrown it out there of could it be Tama Tonga, and now the Good Brothers are down there to help get him over. It's got legs. I feel like there's a Japanese connection because I believe, I might be wrong, but I do believe that some of what has been said on the screen has been like Japanese proverbs. So that's my take.
That was initially what the first statement was that you pointed out, and that's why I initially ran with it being Julia, because Julia. I think it's all but at this point signed, sealed, to deliver that she's going from Stardom to WWE.
Is that Chen?
Dante Chen.
Dante Chen's still in wrestling.
He looks like the guy that at the beginning of Mortal Kombat, the first movie, where fucking,
don't go.
No. Your brother's soul is mine. Fucking Shang Tsung out here, Baron Corbin.
Oh my god,
that man just sold a shoulder tackle like he just got shot in the shoulder.
Yeah. Dun dun dun. I like it. Tony Khan got Jinder over. Facts.
Yeah, like I said, he manages to get everyone over but his own fucking talent.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, so is Dante Chen the little brother to like Takeshita, and Takeshita's Liu Kang?
Maybe. Because I mean, I wouldn't be upset to see them get together on WWE programming.
I just want Takeshita on actual good programming.
Yeah, it'd be nice. He really good young talent. Another guy that I think we could get more out of if used properly.
Oh, caught him midair with the body slam and the straps are off.
It's over. Your winner.
God damn. And
broke him in half.
And again, it's Goldberg, it's Cryback,
Oof.
Well, Ryback wasn't the derivative of Goldberg.
It's a Goldberg vibe. I'll go with that.
Right.
Definitely got some Steiner vibe to him. It's clear what his lineage is. As the tag match is rolling on and Chris Bate gets a 2 count. But my God, Braun Breaker takes apart Dante Chen in quick fashion.
It's one of those roses are reds, jokes make you laugh. As God is my witness, he's broken in half.
I like that. I dig it. Love your content, guys. CWC Wrestling Creations. Thank you. We appreciate the love. And if anyone wants to go give CWC some love, do so.
Right.
Oh, we got
that hustle, loyalty, and respect there. Thank you, Jojo.
Right. You know what? I will say SmackDown feels like it's very, like, maybe because it is taped, it's very fast. Like, very, like, clip. Like
anyone that's watching this has to go to bed before they can get up and watch Chamber. So let's move it. Let's keep it moving here, folks. As we've got the Judgment Day minus Rhea get interviewed backstage right now.
Hashtag we want Jinder. I like it. Cat, sup KJ and Nick, Cedric and Adonis had a cat. Ernest the Cat Miller manage him.
Somebody call my mama.
Yes.
Somebody call my mama.
I say yes, Cat. I think in the cat fitting, the cat noticed the cat. There was a cat. Unless it starts talking like Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Well, no, then he'll be the fucker that gave away the wrestling secrets. Do you remember that? I watched that before, to where never trust him. He'll give away he gives away the business here. He exposes the business here.
Right.
He's a terrible worker.
Wow, dude. We got a Tope Doomsday device on the floor by GYV.
Oh, I'm about to get it.
How is everything I have ahead of you?
I don't know. Canada superpowers. Good googly moogly.
What a fucking move. Ace Austin is down as he got destroyed. I've never seen someone do that in that fashion.
No, not at all. Normally you see that's an in-ring thing, that's an off-the-top rope thing, but to do that on a Tope con holy shito, absolutely.
Now they have Chris Bate.
Chris Bate's just like, he's got to hook up. He's taking off the straps. He's taking off the pads.
As if anyone's wondering, Dominik and JD are in the ring. We are going to commercial, and they will be challenged by. I like him so much better as British Strong Style.
We need a petition to bring them back to British Strong Style. Why are we changing names to groups that don't need a name change?
I can't retain their new one. New Catch Republic, is it?
Yes.
Like I can't retain it. Like I have to think.
Sounds like a fucking Yellow Card song or something. Speaking of Australia,
right? Baby Beluga, no,
because I made the whale thing.
Oh, Free Willy,
Free Willy
went to Austria. Yes, he did. I saw that.
Yeah, he went to Austria. He's going to shake hands with Arnold. He's like, I'm going to do a new Predator movie with you.
Triple H Booker of the Year fucking killed me when I saw that.
Again, has anyone checked on Tony Khan's, well-being? Has anyone taken his phone away from him? We haven't seen any angry tweets yet.
Yeah,
and especially not only to lose Booker of the Year, but Promoter of the Year as well.
Promoter of the Year, Booker of the Year, like he lost all these things, and that's what confused me about like the voting and the voters of like, so all your favorite stuff is coming out of the other company, but you're telling me he's producing the best weekly show. Yet the best
because much like they can't admit when they're wrong.
You're like, what the fuck? Oh, up goes Bay here. Oh, Austin's alive.
Right. Well, and did you see the hypocrisy or the oxymoron that is Booker T wins worst commentator of the year as Excalibur wins best commentator of the year?
Time out. I didn't.
Are these people deaf? Can these people hear?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you voted for Excalibur to be commentator of the year, that's
we need a hearing check.
So many levels. I feel bad. I feel like that's got to be a young audience who's never heard good commentary.
Who's never heard
ABC
speak?
Wow.
Oh, the toss into a double cutter. Fucking Spanish fly cutter.
I got that one wrong.
3. ABC with the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I take the L on that one, guys. I did not expect this. Maybe because GYV's not sticking around. What a match.
WWE?
I thought they were just going to hang around. It was a good spot for them to be.
Yeah, but if they go back to WWE and Hunter's like, yeah, fucking Vince and all them just fucked you guys up. So we'll just, actually have you as a serious tag team. Excuse me.
Uh-huh. What a match, though, filled with great spots. And we're now getting a replay of the pre-show match. Awesome squash match. Yeah, I know some people are going to go, that match sucked. Why did they do that? Why didn't he beat somebody better than Dante Chan? That's all silliness. That was a beautiful squash match. And Braun Breaker looks like an absolute hero.
Gone and forgotten are the days of the squash matches, oddly enough. It's so weird.
But you need them. I think we were on this channel the other night, and some people were upset about a squash match, and I'm trying to remember what company did it. Everyone's like, why did they do that? And I'm like, you need quality squash matches. We need more of them. Not every match. Like Adam Copeland shouldn't be going 15, 18 minutes with a nobody. Hello, Lopez. I'd like to go 15 to 18. But yeah, got Bate and Dunne for the win. It sounds terrible. Careful when you're Bating and Dunning, guys.
Bates and Dunne.
The Dunne Bates.
It just needs to be British strong style. Why fuck up a good thing? Why trying to fix something that ain't broken?
Yeah, I agree. I got to click on this one because it's a little bit longer. Sean, first of all, I lived in Australia for a few years. I never went swimming with a koala. I wouldn't either. Apparently, koalas are like filthy. I did, however, get boxed by a kangaroo for trying to pet her Joey. My fault. Pause on all of it.
Facts all the way around here.
Oh, LWO jumping LWO.
Well, Legato. It's not LWO. It's Legato.
Legato World Order.
I'm gonna just keep calling him Legato Phantasma, and you can have
it's
that.
like the green, red, and white, and then you just like they should just go
just
red and
flip
white.
It, just mirror.
Yeah,
image.
like Wolfpack. they would, yeah, flip it.
Some multiverse version. It's the alternate universe.
Well, I've never been to Australia, but it, like, I mean, as beautiful as it looks like it's terrifying because half the island is trying to kill you. Like the animals are out. Like I'm from Canada, we don't have to deal with a whole lot.
Think about it. The guy that got the most over out of that fucking whole country was the guy that was hunting crocodiles and sticking his thumbs and everything in parts that shouldn't be stuck in.
And he got taken out by a stingray, not even a gator.
Well, T's and P's to Steve Irwin.
T's and P's to Mr. Irwin.
Absolutely. But yeah, no. When you have tarantulas that are the size of a fucking flapjack from IHOP and everything like that, I don't want no part of your country.
Right.
Respectfully, I will watch from a distance.
Yeah, here comes Pete Dunne. But the lightning has struck, Nick, as PCO is here.
The Canadian Frankenstein.
Speaking of dangerous things from certain countries. Yeah, we don't really fuck with shit like that. Like I don't have to worry about scorpions and tarantulas and
yeah, that's the thing is we're from areas where it's cold 95% of the year. Right? So we don't expect anything big to grow and just want to attack you. Like the most we got to deal with is like a moose or something, or like a fucking bear.
Yeah, we can see our attackers coming from a distance. Like
right, some big shit.
Right? Some fucking giant tarantula running across the wall. I'm fucked.
Just burn the house down. I never lived here.
Leave.
Burn it down. Just get the insurance money on arson.
The Who Republic, the Banana Republic.
Who are you? Who? I really want to know.
Is there any chance Judgment Day loses tomorrow morning?
No. I like how you phrased it as tomorrow morning.
It is tomorrow morning. Fuck.
It is for us. Yeah, no. No.
Roddy, I'm glad you picked up on our original Panette reference and then added a Panette reference. So big shout out to the OG, one of the legends, Mr. Panette. One of the best moments, like
fun
best
fact.
Live
I was actually, I'm a huge fan of him, and I was actually going to go see him because ex-girlfriend at the time got me tickets to go and see him, and he passed away unfortunately right before I could go and see him and everything. But yeah, I said nay.
one of the best live experiences I ever had. He destroyed the building. He closed on a night where there was like Mandel and a Bowden and there's Bill Burr. He was the best by far. He murdered.
I don't doubt it. Man's just had that fucking ability about him here.
And if anyone out there right now is sitting there looking at the computer confused, go look up John Panette. It's worth it.
Right. Go look up John Panette Chinese buffet and then just fall down the rabbit hole.
He's still here.
You don't come here anymore. You scare my wife.
I even like the one when they go to Italy. and it makes me think of you.
Oh, trust me, that's literally how I learned solo affumato.
Yeah, manja.
Oh my, feed me, I'm starving. They just keep bringing food. I didn't order this. They're trying to kill us. That's an Italian family. That's an Italian household, 100%.
Really is. But yeah, right now, if you haven't made a prediction, we got 2 matches kicking off together. PCO and Big Con in a Big Hoss match. And we also got the British Strong Style taking on the Judgment Day. 100% British Strong Style winning this one.
Yeah. Again, like I mentioned last night, the rules of wrestling: he who wins on the go home show must lose on the pay-per-view, and vice versa.
Fair enough. PCO for the W. PCO is not human. I thought like the whole wheel him out and have the doctors revive him was like a special pay-per-view entrance. They're doing it for all his entrances now.
I mean, my guy, the guy's got 1 foot in a senior citizen home and is out here, still the Canadian Frankenstein of. I still lose my mind at the fact of when he initially came up with this gimmick. If he had legitimately paid a guy that was skilled in scarification to cut a legitimate piece out of him to sell the whole Frankenstein gimmick, like this man is getting bout it.
Mm-hmm. He's one of the few people I can think of off the top of my head that were more relevant and more over in
Terry Funk
than they what?
He's Terry Funk.
Yeah, kind of. That's a good way to put it. I feel like Terry Funk didn't have that wow, PCO just went down like a ton of bricks. Holy shit.
But there's a whole new generation of people that know Terry Funk because of his later days, much like how there's a whole bunch of people that would never see this guy as the Mountie or anything like that. Like I get it's a bit of a stretch, but it's the closest comparable I could get to.
Right, Bate doing the handspring or the handstand in the corner, tags to Dunne. Lady B, Pete Dunne, Mr. Burns out here. See my vest, see my vest,
made from real gorilla's chest. These white slippers are albino, African, endangered rhino, grizzly hair. I could go through the whole song. I love like stupid Simpson songs like that.
Yeah,
like just don't look. That's going to be now how I spend my little break or little intermission here between SmackDown and No Surrender and Elimination Chamber.
I'm hearing like the bell's ringing.
We're
in TNA.
Which show?
TNA. The match did they end it? Like what is happening here?
I don't know. Is this just Quasimodo out here?
Oh, they broke his neck. You can't do that on wrestling.
That's a murder. That's a crime scene. This again feels like TNA, where you're getting EY push in front of a train or Mickey James push in front of a train, and we're getting all these people like killed off type shit.
The bell's still going. They're still ringing that bell. And we go to commercial break on SmackDown. I don't hate WWE using their own talent for squash matches. Dante Chen just got some good work in the big show. No, you're supposed to use like the young, underdeveloped, we don't know you yet talent in squash matches. So I think Dante Chen's perfect. They want to bring Boa in for some squashes, bring him in. You can't.
Zion. Yeah.
Right? Because then if you don't, that's where you got into the run of 50-50 booking, Nick. And you can't get behind anybody because you're like, win, lose, because you're trying to get everybody over. You need some people that don't matter.
Right.
PCO's alive. Go back.
I had their sound muted, so that's why I'm like, you're talking about the bell ringing. I'm like, I don't hear it. No shit. Clearly, I'm not going to hear it.
But the bell was ringing. Like, did the match end? And this is just after match? Oh my God.
Nobody knows.
Tope, holy shit, run.
What?
PCO with a huge Tope.
Oh, that could have ended really bad.
Half of everything PCO does looks that way.
He's fucking Ivan Drago out here. If he dies, he dies.
Right? KJ and Nick, the Grizzled Young Vets told Sean Ross that they are still free. Yeah, so TNA does a lot of like per appearance bookings. So they will pay you for 3 or 4 shows, but you're not officially with them. So that could be the case with Grizzled Young Vets. It feels like it's definitely the case with Ali and Ziggler. So we'll see.
That's valid that you bring up Ziggler, because I almost thought he would have signed a contract with them. But
the way they presented him, I might be wrong. They could have signed him to something.
But even then, that's still not bad. I mean, that's a little bit even loosely what they had with Trinity, and I mean, Christ, even AW's done it. We've seen even like we were talking about Brian Keith earlier. He was initially on a per appearance deal, and then they had signed him to a full term contract.
Yeah, it always kind of strikes me as odd when guys like Keith are like, Keith is all elite. We're like, yeah, he's been here. Like, it's like the guy on the couch. Like, whose friend is this?
Yeah, but would it not feel a little bit the same of, say, if you had a press release of that the Grizzled Young Vets had signed with TNA, when it's like, well, no shit, they've kind of been here for like the past 3 weeks.
Yeah, right. You kind of like, you're already kind of expecting that to be the case.
Right.
This match is still, well, these men are still fighting. I don't know if the match is still going.
Something is still happening.
Oh, we got handcuffs. Oh,
are they handcuffs or zip ties?
Yeah, zip ties. Hey, they do the same job. Trust me.
Spoken like a man who's been in them.
Or used them.
Oh, whoa. Statute of limitations.
Oh, wait. Khan going to break another neck. Says, no, I got a chair.
I got to snap it the other way.
WWE's back from commercial, ladies and gentlemen, and PCO and Khan are okay. He dead.
Wouldn't that restrict his net from moving more? I mean, just physics. If you're putting something in front of it that's going to stop it from moving, then it stops it from moving more. Like, I get it's a dumb spot to do it twice. Either way, it's ridiculous. But I'm just looking at it from like physics.
2 maulers, yeah, 2 grizzly bears having a wrestling match here. No surrender, just mauling each other.
Fucking Wendigo. Fuck is we talking about grizzly bears? PCO is an entity at this point. He's just something that will not die.
Sam Squanch.
Well, and then just cut to, so PCO apparently has had his neck broken twice, is still just wounded now, and zip tied to the fucking entranceway.
Yeah. Oh, it's Dunne on fire. It's a bruiserweight flying.
Step up in Zaguri.
It's funny to like, oh, that's rude.
But we're getting a powwow of Shelley Sabin and the gang here backstage on TNA. So again, I guess you were right of they just called off the match and then we just had extracurriculars afterwards.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough. Trying to watch 2 shows, I mean, it gets a little confusing, but there's Shelley talking to his crew who are going to be in the corner with the white towels. I got this sneaky suspicion, Nick, it's somehow going to tie back into Sabin. Because you're like, what do you do with Shelley if he doesn't get his belt back? Well, he might have a little bit of an issue with his old friend.
Facts. So we're got Dunne and Bate with the doubles suplex right now as we're getting MK Ultra versus Decay for the
let's go. Dear whoever's booking TNA, can I please have these 4 women in a Monsters Ball? Can we get the first ever women's tag team Monsters Ball?
Valid. I thought you were just going to cut off of dear whoever's booking TNA. Can I please have these 4 women? End sentence.
Right. And I mean, the show so far so good. I know it's it might be a demoralist show, but we're hanging in there.
I see what you did there.
Oh no way. Oh, rolls through.
We're going spinning.
I'm drinking Ghost Energy drink. Boo earns. I don't know what to say.
You do you. Well, just give it some time. We'll come out with our own goddamn energy drink.
Right. Juan. New Catch Republic, which I hate saying that, are going to be fighting the other part of JD. It won't be on the kickoff show. They're actually doing the ladies on the kickoff show for the tag
which
title.
is interesting. And again, I'm sure I'll bring this up later on in the morning here, but how this is the first pay-per-view in at least years, I will say. I can't remember the exact other pay-per-views, but to where there's more women's matches on the card than there are men's.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. And again, you mean people,
but WWE doesn't care about women's wrestling, right?
Yeah, people talk about the usage and utilizing the women's rosters and giving them love. You know, Triple H was going to do it. He did it in NXT. He's done it since he's been on this roster. It's very dear to him. And here's a perfect example. And I thought the way they did it with Adam Pearce sitting down, that little clip that's been going around of how they told Indy about her match in her home country. I thought it was really nice, really endearing. Oh, Spanish Fly!
Speaking of endearing, we've got MK Ultra coming out right now, and you know, whips and chain, handcuffs, back a whip my
belt, scream help. That was his first real televised match, right? See money, because I think Goldberg wrestled some WCW dark matches before that. I don't know.
Yeah, now we got to find the rest of the narrative here.
Right. I feel bad because Damien said this a few times, but Dolph Ziggler wins the title last night, and so does our buddy Matt Riddle. Both leads.
He might be your buddy. He ain't my buddy.
You don't like Riddle?
No.
Okay.
Well, and he won it in like 8 minutes over Tanahashi.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to get not even a cheer, a boo, to just get silence after a match. That's an impressive feat.
Sorry, Nick. Tyler Bate with the 1, 2, 3. Getting ready for tomorrow's big title match.
And so, see, I know I talked to Anthony a bit about this, but I'll talk to you about this here. We've got Knockouts World Tag Team Championship. We got taglines. So we're telling you the fucking story, at least with things that have led up to this. So if you haven't been watching along, here's what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, we did talk about this, of the whole building up a video package or a little bit of a hype in telling people the story, but instead of just, we'll Google it. You're a bad wrestling fan if you don't know every fucking pro wrestler ever.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's real fun when like a celebrity, and you and I have talked about it for forever, of like, great, we know who Hernandez is when he comes out, but does everyone else? Like, his name's on the screen, but does it matter? Oh, and we talked about it when you bring in Vikingo, they beat up Dom because they ran away. Oh, Dom got steamrolled.
Just attacked both of them actually on their way out here.
I like somebody just said we should just have called the team the Bruiser Mana. We should just call them the Bruiserweights. They're both the Bruiserweights. I'm okay with that.
Bad.
Anything better. The New Catch Republic thing sucks. It's like the Quarter Pounder crew on NXT. I hate it.
Again, why would you have something so close and so similar to something that you already have on your own product? It's like, well, we can't think of any original ideas, so how do we do something halfway different? It's like they just threw names into an AI generator.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. It's like we got the BCC and AEW, and they're like, we need something like that, and you're like, no, you don't.
Nobody does. AEW doesn't even need the BCC. Fuck is we doing?
Pete Dunne's offense don't have a lot of high flying, but it looks very painful. Hey, he'll give you a good moonsault off the turnbuckle. Like he's not fully stuck to the ground, but his strength is definitely his technical skills and joint manipulation, which you and I are pretty savvy at.
Pause. But yeah, that's very much why you can call them the Bruiserweights or British Strong Style. Fits way better than the New Catch Republic.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that fucking name means, honestly. If you were to tell me that name, and especially if I'm not a wrestling fan, you should check out this new tag team, the New Catch Republic. What the fuck does that even mean?
Sounds like Abercrombie and Fitch. Like, what the fuck?
Right.
What is that?
I have a bunch of fucking aggressive preteens just trying to tell me how I need to, buy skinny jeans and fucking slim fit hoodies.
Right. Kurt won with a broken freaking neck. Yeah, but he didn't. No, well, he did actually break it on the show. Never mind. That happened after. They killed PCO, you bastards. You call someone the special.
Well, they didn't kill him. They just zip tied him.
Well, they broke his neck. He like literally did like the broken neck spot. And then the man kept fighting. Then he did it again with a chair. And you're like, okay, he dead, right?
Fatality. So see, we've had 2 Mortal Kombat matches tonight. We had fucking Dante Chen out there being Liu Kang's little brother. Your soul is mine. And then now we've had, the broken neck of fatality.
Right. JD has a 71 overall in 2K24. Yeah, I wouldn't expect much higher. Khan needs to this win more than PCO. He does. He really does. I agree with you. But he didn't get. I mean, he just ends up. He's got a murder, death, kill on his record.
Yeah, I'm locked up. Well, I mean, granted, we had Diener with the shout out, by the way. Appreciate it. So, can we really be too mad at Violent by Design? But I mean, they took out your favorite Canadian.
Right? Like so. Khan, this is Khan going out on his own after beating up Diener and saying goodbye to Violent by Design. So
I missed that.
That's why this match was important for Khan. And Khan needs to look like he can stand on his own a little bit. I kind of want to see Khan versus Jake something to see what they can bring to the table.
Fair enough. As I've got KO, Grayson Waller, Logan Paul, and Austin Theory. So I've got KO and the douchebags.
The douche crew.
Right, yeah, the douche crew. The douche canoe.
Okay, that was funny. Paul.
What?
Is that Kevin Owens? I never liked that guy. The tribal chief wants to talk to Waller, dude.
Again, well, I mentioned this with the whole Jay thing and everything. Well, I mean, you're going to be close to Cody Rhodes here, so maybe you make sure he doesn't get to WrestleMania.
Right? Be a friend, help a friend.
Absolutely. And you should be a friend, tell a friend.
And here come the Street Profits. Going to take on Authors of Pain. I almost called them Gates of Agony.
Yeah. So KJ is going to take a pause for the cause, as right now I've got the Street Profits coming out here to take on the Authors of Pain, as I've got Killer Kelly and Rosemary just nose to nose pushing back and forth. And I swear, Mom, this is, wrestling. A kid, but yeah, it's a little spicy meatball here on TNA here. But let me know who you're taking between MK Ultra and Decay, and also let me know who you're taking between the Street Profits and Authors of Pain. Oh, nice high-low there from MK Ultra. Damien taking AOP. Starcell being disliked by Owens must feel like poo-poo. I wouldn't know. I kind of work with his doppelganger there, Kevin Owens. So give me Khan and Big Damo one day. 2 big beefy boys slapping meat paws, what? Waller Theory and Logan Paul, the walking toss pots. You must be from the other side of the pond. But yeah, no, they're the douche canoes, the, doucherama, whatever kind of, name you want to attach to him there. Who's all in the men's chamber? It is, let me see if I can do this off the top of my head here. It is Logan Paul, LA Knight, Drew McIntyre. It is Randy Orton. It is Kevin Owens. And Christ almighty, of course, I'm going to forget the last person here. Let me look it up. Bobby Lashley. Why? Shame on me for forgetting Bobby Lashley. But yes, that is who was in the men's Elimination Chamber. As I'm in commercial break on SmackDown right now, and I've got tag-ins both to Killer Kelly and Jessica Havoc right now. So I will remind everybody, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We just crossed 4 million views on the channel. Christ almighty. 1 million views on the channels. We're about to hit 4K subscribers. I can say words. So if this is how I'm already going, and we've still got the, the 4:30 a.m. stream for Elimination Chamber, maybe I can pull it together by then. But like I said, we'll be back at it at 4:30 a.m. and probably even a little bit before that, Eastern Standard Time here for Elimination Chamber. 100%. We are probably not even going to take a, full siesta here, but we're going to follow. We'll go as long as till the wheels fall off here on Friday, and then be back at it for Elimination Chamber. So make sure you go and set your alarms, get your feel goods, get your vitamins, get your little snacks, your breakfast, everything like that. Oh, that was a hell of a tag team maneuver there from Decay there. The pop-up slam with the little attachment there from Rosemary. ND and the AOP match. MK Ultra. I think you threw in too many attachments and alphabets and letters in there, as Masha just picks up the win there on Rosemary. I missed the finish, but that was a clean ass pin there. So MK Ultra retain as the Knockouts champions, and they've been fantastic as a tag team. To me, they are the women's tag team in pro wrestling right now. And again, I still kind of champion that, horse there of Masha Slamovich was, rated lower in the women's PWI rankings than she was even in the overall rankings. She was the only woman to crack, the top 20. She was 15, I believe, or she cracked the top 15. And she was somehow rated lower in the women's rankings here, as we're backstage with, so Dakota is back selling the knee, the foot, as we've got Nick Aldis and a referee accompanying her to the locker room, as we've got Jody threaten Danny Palmer break up the attack there that MK Ultra is pulling off on Decay. So MK Ultra retains, as we're still about to kick off here with the Street Profits taking on Authors of Pain. 5-0. Yeah, Jobson, MK Ultra, absolutely. Killer Kelly is back on top where she should be. I see what you did. I can't see Drew winning. If Cody is to win at Mania, he would move to SmackDown. Raw needs another big name since Punk and Seth out. Randy, the logical choice. I don't know. Drew right now is up there. Drew very much could hold his own, and I think we've gotten best Drew McIntyre of it's Drew right now, with his kind of little trolling aspect and everything, reminds me a slight tinge of when Roman kind of really figured it out and could cut good heel promos. So I think that would really work, and especially if you want to view it that Cody wins and we have a babyface on SmackDown, then you've got to counterbalance it. You've got to have a heel on one show and a babyface on the other. So I would keep Drew as a champion, but now granted, I don't think Cody wins at Mania. I could see it being to where Roman Reigns retains, and say that 5 times fast. And maybe we get it to where the belt comes off him at an MSG show or something. Of, does it need to be a Mania to where he loses the belt? Does it almost make it bigger when it's not a Mania, when it's not expected, when it's not a foregone conclusion? That, to me, I think works a little bit better. As we've got Ding Ding on SmackDown, and we're setting up for Josh Alexander versus Simon Gotch on TNA right now. Hashtag Reigns retains. Yeah. Didn't Dakota have a brace on her leg because she was hurt? Well, she initially was still out because of a knee injury, a pre-existing knee injury, and all of that. And it had kind of come out that she had at least been cleared, or then started taking the brace off. And there's still the whole story to where she's, I will say, pretending to be, in Bayley's corner versus really kind of the mastermind behind Damage Control turning their back on Bayley. So I think that's a little bit more of what this is. So we're still playing some more mind games here. Juan saying, pause, getting huge, bro. What, who said what? What did I say? Rosemary and Killer Kelly going back and forth will never leave my head. Jobson, keep it to yourself. What match closes Chamber? To me, it's going to be Nia and Rhea. She'll get the biggest babyface response in that arena, and especially in that country. She's over like a megastar there, even more than she is here. And as Dawkins goes flying on the outside onto both members of ALP, and let me pose off clean and can sit there and just pose afterwards here as we go to commercial. But yeah, that to me is what ends it. You have what on our side of the planet is, a heel going over the babyface. Well, granted, they're both kind of heels, but over there, that's a babyface going over the heel. I feel like there's predictably a lot of heels going over in this event coming up, as I've got Simon Gotch in the ring right now. Yeah, I think Rhea versus Nia ends the show, and Rhea wins unless you're going to do some big spots in the women's chamber. That could be the only thing to me that would potentially, outside of that, end it. And then you have Rhea versus whoever wins, probably Becky, face eye, and that's what ends the show. Those are the only two that I would think would be considerable. Yeah, she needs surgery. There we go. Steven, but Raquel and Dakota back together to add more tag teams? No, because Dakota's already involved with Damage Control, and honestly, I'm just glad that we've gotten Raquel back from her obvious skin condition, her medical issue, and everything that she had going on. So I don't want to force or push anything or already really strap a lot of huge plans in case they may have to get delayed, go awry. Excuse me. But so we're about to get Josh Alexander versus Simon Gotch on TNA No Surrender. So let me know who you're taking, folks. I'm taking Josh Alexander. I think Anthony was saying last night he took Simon Gotch on here. Simon Gotch gets the win here if you're setting up for, a trilogy. But I think this could be very much we get a definitive win here from the walking weapon. I mean, the goddamn man's name sounds like he's fucking Wolverine. He's Canadian. He's bald. He's a tactician. And he's the walking weapon. This man is fucking Wolverine in pro wrestling. Adjustment. Alarm set for 3 a.m. Well, there you go. You give yourself that extra run time. Now, are you like me to where you have an alarm set for like 3, 3:05, 3:15, 3:30, 3:45, 4, and you don't even have to actually really be out the door till like 5 or some shit like that? If you got alarms upon alarms to where you can just, hit the delays, somehow it feels like you're getting more sleep if you just hit, the snooze a little bit. Josh for the win. Roman is not losing to anybody. Lydia. Bold statement. I might agree with you. Cloudy, guess that's the one plus side to working nights. By the time this kicks off, I'll be almost off work. Well, there you go. Absolutely. So that's why you need to go right there and make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that bell notification. Be your friend. Tell a friend. Like, share, and subscribe. Like I said, we just crossed 1 million views on the channel, and we're about to hit 4K subscribers, and we're still just a baby in the game, still under 2 years. But yeah, absolutely, 100%. We'll be back at it like a jackrabbit here. I'm already excited more for for the 4:30 Elimination Chamber than I am currently. Honestly, I'll be honest. As head scissors submission right now from Alexander. As I'm a guess Rezar. I'm just guessing at names when it comes to AOP. I can't remember who's who. Taking it to Montez Ford right now. I'll probably snooze for 5 minutes and then get my ass up. There's been much debate between KJ and I if we're even going to really take a nap or anything like that here. Might just go full octane right through. Absolutely, Larry saying, let's get those likes. Let's see where we're at right now. Let me see where we're at for likes on the stream right now. We're at 47 likes as I see 74 people. So we got the adverse, we got the reverse going on here. So let's see if we get that the likes on the stream up to that 74, 77 as I see right now. So absolutely. Jobson taking Alexander for the win. I think that's got to be the case. I know. I kind of. Why do I feel like Impact's going to do Bobby Fish and Simon Gotch as a fucking tag team? Because that would be such the Impact thing to do. And I'm not saying it would be a bad tag team, whatever. But it's you might as well just call them baggage. But I kind of dig it. Simon Gotch is still good as a pro wrestler. I just feel with the delays, with how much he's really done, like him in here with Josh Alexander, it's like I don't want to say as far as in-ring style, but as far as how they've been booked, how they've been presented, it's a little bit like 1, 2, 3 Kid with fucking Razor Ramon here. Hi. Speaking of the Razor Ramon to my 1, 2, 3 Kid.
That was like coming in on the 1, 2, 3.
That means you picked up the pinfall victory.
There you go. Rolling along. How's things?
It's going. Right now, we've got Josh Alexander and Simon Gotch going off as we've got Street Profits have so far, for the most part, been in control of the AOP. Ooh. As Cloudy letting me know that was Akam. This one is Rezar. Been a mark for these dudes, and I don't know why, but there you go.
I like them. They're good. I'm glad to see them back. I hope they have a good run here.
Star Suso saying, we're going to be playing sleep-deprived fans, Elimination Chamber.
Facts.
Nah, you got to get that excitement in you. You got to do a shoey. You got to go, Aussie, oi, oi, oi. And, you got all excited for the show.
Drinking my coffee out of a shoe.
There was a thought about doing a shoey. And then I realized it's disgusting.
Oh. So we get the Russian leg sweep clothesline combo, but Ford breaks it up.
Ford breaks it up. Oh, Vance, have you seen this? KJ Nick, have you joined John Cena's OnlyFans account yet?
Right.
Nicky.
Yeah, making news this week is John Cena registering for OnlyFans.
And then wants to collab with Randy Orton.
There you go. Get the vaudevillains back together. Yes, do it.
Well, right now we've got Gotch there celebrating right beside Matthew Reinhold. So it could happen.
No way. Oh, decent
Silver Black
here. Here we go.
2 out as we get an elbow off the apron from Gotch on Alexander.
Have the Street Profits been used to their potential? I think they had been. Yeah. I think they've been a little quiet with Bobby so far, but prior to that, I think I was almost sick of them.
Have the Street Profits been WWE Tag Team Champions?
Yes.
Okay. So then, yes. That I couldn't remember. That was my marker there. So, big step up Enziguri from Montez Ford. Man's got fucking NBA hops. And just throws a suck it to Karrion Kross.
Oh, Bobby taking out Karrion. B-Fab taking out Scarlett.
Now, if only War Games wasn't like 6 months away. Oh, Bobby, blocks himself going on the turnbuckles. I've got Gotch going for an arm bar. Hole number 1001, arm bar.
Right? Oh.
Cena on OnlyFans. Has the world gone mad? Well, Ronan, don't worry. You can't see him, so it doesn't matter.
Uh-oh. Neckbreaker powerbomb combo, and it's over.
Ooh.
Bit of a chaotic match near the end there, but AOP with a big win.
They needed a win. They needed, if they would have lost here, you're coming out of the gate with 4 flat tires.
Yeah, I agree with you, sir. Bobby, damn it.
Ooh. Man, I want a world where Montez is a single star without breaking up the Profits. One can hope.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to do it without breaking them up, though.
Right. Well, speaking of breaking up, we're not breaking up, but I will be.
Well, Nick's going to see other people. We are rolling along. Everything counts. We're good with it. Hashtag CC Nowina. That's funny. As, by the way, Josh Alexander and Gosh still going at it. But big win for the final testament. Oh, Dakota Kai seeing the doctor. All right. So we're rolling along, folks. We're getting into the nitty-gritty here. The last little bit of SmackDown. No Surrender rolls on. We are going to stick with No Surrender for a little bit here. Should be fun. But Bailey checking on Kai, who's clearly lying. It's his style. He's old school. He's from the 80s, He was an 80s guy, so that's why. He's a throwback, MDB. Hee. Bobby, stop putting crossover. Yeah, well, Final Testament needs to do something to get over. I don't know if going into this feud was their best bet as their first feud. I think they could have worked their way up to that, to be 100% honest with you. Wise Paul got that one. Solid match. Yeah, not bad. And right now, Simon Gosh and Josh Alexander has been outstanding. Always the plan, Juan. Protect Bobby in a match he wasn't going to win. Facts. Dakota faking. It's a setup. Yes, she's the mastermind. 4-0. Dakota is full of shit. Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. She playing it. As we are going to commercial break on SmackDown, and right now I got Simon Gotch completely in control of Josh Alexander. Dakota is definitely lying. Everyone want to be like Mike, right? There you go. You'd think that Doctor would have a cold pack on it. You think he'd do something. Something. But when you're faking, you're faking. Bailey getting played. Yes, she is. Wade Barrett sounded sedated. I want to be sedated. Cloudy says Dakota Kai putting up a front on Bailey, but why would she? Why not? She acts like, oh, no, I'm your friend, because it's going to give an edge to what's happening with Io Sky, right? So if they want to deal with Bailey, Dakota acts all friendly, like, oh, I had no idea they were going to be this way. And then when push comes to shove and Bailey's about to win the title, Dakota screws Bailey. The tale as old as time. Pretty straightforward for me. How's TNA been tonight? Any title changes? TNA has been really good. And as far as I know, there has been no title. What happened with MK Ultra? I was on a pause for the cause. Let me know. Did MK Ultra win or did Decay win? But I think it was... I don't know, actually. Dakota has 3 different tag partners, and she was the one that turned her back on every single one of them. That is an ongoing thing. So if you were Bailey, you'd have to keep eyes in the back of your head. You'd have to be very concerned that Dakota would do it again. So, again, a tale as old as time. The setup is coming. Ooh. Dun, dun, dun. Remember that? I do, very much so. There you go. Dale agrees. MK Ultra won. There you go. So MK Ultra, that would be a title change. They get their tag titles back. Two-time knockouts, tag team champions. I'm happy to see a big fan of MK Ultra. I'm glad they picked up the win here. I like Decay as well, but I want this rivalry to continue, though I do believe that MK Ultra will go on to take on Danny and... Jody Threat. They should switch things up if it can be that predictable. Feel bad for Bailey. Yeah, no. I think, again, with wrestling, with movies, with shows, sometimes things are predictable. And again, we can see the writing on the wall, but you're kind of like the people yelling at the movie screen of like, don't go up the stairs. We see what's happening as the audience, but the person involved in the situation doesn't see it. So it being somewhat predictable doesn't affect me. It's how do we get there, and is it compelling as we get there? In addition to that, again, we don't know. Maybe Bailey is just playing along with her and gets the one over. We don't know yet, but I'm okay. Again, sometimes wrestling's supposed to kind of be predictable. It's not the conclusion of the story. It's how you get there. As right now, I got Josh Alexander and Simon Gotch just exchanging forearms. And yes, you heard me correct. Formerly a vaudevillain, which I got both vaudevillains on TNA right now. One on commentary, one battling with Josh Alexander in a great match. MK Ultra are phenomenal. They're outstanding. I tell everybody they're my favorite tag team in the world. And somebody that's always very friendly to the channel, Masha. Big shout out to Masha, who just won the JCW title in the Jersey J Cup. So big fan of Masha, big fan of MK Ultra as a team. I'm all for it. As right now, we are back from commercial and we are following Rhea Ripley around as she inspects the Elimination Chamber. Shit, wow. There you go. There you go. The boys are on the same page. Both men down here in TNA. And we're literally getting clips from earlier today, the press conference that happened. Rhea Ripley, Nia Jax nose to nose. Rhea splashing some Prime, and I'm surprised Nia didn't melt. She threw Prime on her. I'm melting. No, didn't happen. We're good? Okay. It's going to be crazy. In a few hours from now, folks, we will be live for Elimination Chamber. So don't go anywhere. Click that little bell. Don't take a nap. Don't go to sleep. Just grab some snacks, and we'll be right back very soon. Oh. Gosh, going for the Bulldog choke, being blocked by Josh Alexander right now, folks. What a battle. Removes the helmet, the headgear. And we're back to the bloodline as Waller joins us. This shall be interesting. What does Roman have for Waller? MK Ultra are phenomenal. I agree with you. I think the women's Elimination Chamber match will start tomorrow morning. Rhea Ripley match for the men's chamber will be the main event. Interesting. All right, so now we're getting reminded that Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins will be on the Waller effect, and it feels like Waller's getting some marching orders from the tribal chief. Anything announced for Rampage? Nothing that I can remember off the top of my head. Now, what's up next? We're just getting a whole lot of promos. The kickoff show is going to get Indy and Miss Gargano taking on the Kabuki Warriors for the WWE women's tag titles. That shall be interesting. It's a trap on Grayson Waller's show. It's very much going to be something. I think could it lead to a tag match between Seth and Cody versus Waller and Theory? Would it just be a fight? Very interesting. We will find out very soon, actually. And Josh Alexander with the win. And still the baddest man in TNA. Josh Alexander with a hard-earned W here, folks, as he takes out Simon Gotch. Let's go, Indy. Yeah, I wouldn't be too hopeful. As I got Top Dollar talking to Rich Swann and the graphic for the men's elimination. Hey, while everybody's hanging out here tonight, who do you got? Who's going to win the men's and women's elimination chamber? What are your predictions before the wee hours of the morning. Oh, Capital One Bank, one match to go. So SmackDown is now in main event territory, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of time on the clock. So here comes LA Knight. We got a three-way trios match on Rampage. Okay, not surprising. Apparently tonight on Rampage, we are going to hear from Sammy Guevara. Very interesting. Roderick Strong going to take on Jake Hager, as my man Damien points out. That shall be randomly interesting, I suppose, out of left field. Rhea, Becky, Randy Orton, Judgment Day, and Kabuki. I almost felt like I was singing a song there. Rhea, Becky, Randy Orton, Judgment Day, the Kabuki Warriors. My predictions for tomorrow. Again, are we surprised? Like, we've seen this. We saw it at the Rumble. We're seeing it now. Triple H going very light on the number of matches. He's going quality over quantity. At least I think he is. Any ladies wrestling on Rampage tonight? Damien? Walking Weapon wins. Yes, he did. As right now, we're getting that. Okay. So Mustafa Ali is going to be the main event. We're getting the system, and we're getting the package right now for Moose against Alex Shelley. Hopefully Bobby is 100% and good to go. I think he's fine. I haven't heard anything to the contrary, Juan. Becky and Drew. Yeah, they feel like the favorites. Very interesting, Ronan. I kind of feel the way you feel. 1-0. Becky Lynch and Drew. Match definitely ending in no contest. The main event tonight on SmackDown, yeah, I think it's going to be a brawl. Bobby will run out, maybe. I don't know. I don't see it being anything. I can't imagine somebody winning this match. The Man and DM Hunk. All right. Women's Liv. Oh, Cloudy mixing up a little, going with Liv Morgan and Drew McIntyre. Got DQ match for SmackDown. I got a feeling people kind of know what's up. Mariah May versus Anna Jay. Okay. How come Mariah May has not fought Deonna Purrazzo yet? Or did I miss that? I don't believe it's happened. I've been waiting for it to happen. And Mariah May should be in more matches. If she's a big deal, get her in some matches. And Rhea to retain the women's championship. Yeah, I don't imagine Rhea's going to lose in Australia. I don't imagine she's going to lose on the way to WrestleMania. I don't imagine any of it. So I think Rhea Ripley is going to be perfectly fine, perfectly okay. I think there's a lot of potential there to build some storyline. My curiosity, after Nia taking out everybody in the Elimination Chamber, is she somehow involved in that main event picture heading to Mania still? Like, does she work her way in there? Fact. Triple H, The Rock Rivals episode, Everything Counts. Oh, there you go. The Rivals series is fun. Yeah. Yeet. All right. Hey, I'm new to the channel, but I want to tune in more. How do you schedule your throwback streams? How do we don't do a lot of throwback streams right now. We've been so busy with live content. We are here live every day, pretty much 6-7 days a week, most weeks. Rarely do we go less than 6 days a week. All your favorite shows, and then every once in a while we'll slip in some original content, some interviews. We're working on getting some interviews back, and we are actually still working on some members-only content. So like, subscribe, share. Thank you for joining us, but stay, be a friend, tell a friend. I'm down for Orton versus Rollins at Mania, but I'm picking Drew, Becky, Kabuki Warriors, and Rhea winning. Yeah, listen, I would love for Randy to pull it off. I like the surprise idea of that. But then all this work you've done with Drew and everything that Drew's done leading up to it, I do not know that it will not be Drew. Like, it just feels like it's Drew. I think there's more likely a surprise with the women than the men. Just my take. I'm picking Drew, Becky, Kabuki Warriors. Kabuki Warriors are definitely going to win. Becky seems like the odds-on favorite. And yeah, I don't imagine Rhea losing at all. Drew McIntyre, Liv Morgan. Okay. Here comes Moose. New season of WWE Rivals on A&E, including The Rock versus Triple H, Edge and Christian versus the Dudley Boys versus the Hardys. Absolutely. They just gave us the whole list there. I didn't catch them all, but I do like the Rival series. I do like what A&E does with WWE's programming. It works well. I think we're going to get more of it. It's going to be a really interesting aspect when they go to Netflix. Will we get a ton of WWE documentaries and that kind of stuff? Next week, Carlito versus Santos Escobar in a street fight. Dun, dun, dun. Let's go. You never know. Roaming of Terry Goober. All right. What do you got? Will Roman lose his belt at WrestleMania? Listen, when everything started, before We Want Cody was a thing, I said, and I asked the fans, do we even know that if Cody gets the title shot, will he win it? There was no guarantee that Cody going to Mania, he wins. I think there's a big chance that Cody's heartbreak gets reaction. The WWE's watching how the fans are reacting. And just because a big portion of the fan base really want Cody to do this, doesn't mean he's going to. As we get a quick trip to Drew talking to Bobby, and now here comes Drew McIntyre. KG, did you know Nia Jax was born in Australia? I'm surprised when I heard it. Yeah, we talked about it the other day. I know there was some debate in the chat, but she was born in Australia. Who knew? So, first time ever, 2 Australian talents, I believe, are headlining a show. Nia Jax takes out Naomi and takes her spot when she loses Edge moment. I don't know if it's going to be Naomi, but I do think this is a very big possibility, Juan, that somebody gets jacked out of their chamber spot. I think it's a possibility. I really do. Carlito versus Santos, the street fight next week. The Rock will be on SmackDown next week. And if anyone's curious, we are kicking off Alex Shelley, Moose. Who you taking? Who leaves No Surrender with the title? And the only way this match will end is that your corner throws in the towel. What happened to Charlotte Flair? Charlotte Flair blew her knee out. She is currently, if you follow her on social media, she is actually videoing and documenting her recovery. I think she's 7 weeks out of surgery now. She will be out till the fall. What did you say to Bobby? Hey, give my swamp. No, I have no idea. Basically, just, be a friend. You could help me here. Next week is stacked. Oh, yeah, we're on the road to WrestleMania. You remember, coming out of Elimination Chamber tomorrow, we are deep into the road to WrestleMania. We are past the last pit stop. We got company. As the Mav. How do we got the Mav and the Miz?
Why?
Speaking of the Maverick.
Well, I was going to say, as we've got company, but yeah. Do you find it interesting that Michael Cole called Elimination Chamber the most painful stop on the road to WrestleMania?
No, it sounds fitting.
It fits. Right?
How about the story that Pirates almost, Jack Sparrow and the boys almost fucked up Elimination Chamber? Have you heard his story?
Dun, 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 dun. Paul Burchill is wanted for questioning. I will say that. Paul Burchill is very much wanted for questioning.
Apparently the ship that had the structure, the Elimination Chamber structure, was being harassed by pirates.
Homie just hops on and says, look at me. I am the game now.
Release the Kraken.
Right. Davy Jones Locker.
Right. Drew praying for everybody to get hurt. That's kind of his MO right now. You get t-shirts for everybody. Yo, I just saw the tombstone picture, but it's Triple H, and now it says Tony Khan, best booker.
Again, someone just check on Tony. Maybe delete the Twitter app. But it's interesting. Drew McIntyre is going to do more for the Catholic faith than fucking most priests have done. People are going to just start believing of if you just pray for it.
Just pray.
It'll happen.
Big neck breaker by night. And Alex
right.
Shelley currently has Moose in an arm bar. What was I going to say? Shit. Drew playing. Yeah, I don't know. I completely forgot what I had a thought.
Well, don't worry. Well, as we've got John out here with the $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Saying, hey, KJ and Big Nick, I received my Mr. Every Night hoodie. Shout out putting KJ over. Perfect for the chamber at 5 a.m. So you got to send this man. You got to send him a picture.
You got to send a pic, my guy. That is honestly flattering. I know we've actually sold a handful of t-shirts and they're priced to sell, so it's good. That's awesome. But tell the people what good quality those hoodies are.
Like I said, you gotta show the picture there. Like there was Scott, I believe, was in the chat, and he had his avatar image was the merch and everything. So 100%, if you send us a picture of you in the merch, we'll blow that up.
Absolutely. We actually have two Scotts that rock the t-shirts, and one of our friends, Scott, I can't believe this, considering how much we shit on Chris Jericho. There's Chris Jericho standing next to our logo, and it makes me so happy.
It's just, if you only knew.
Right? Oh, I love it. It's like, nice shirt, dude. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you should check him out. And Chris tunes in for 10 seconds. He's like, these fuckers hate me.
No, John, again, thank you for the super chat. Be like John and get yourself some swag, folks.
Right.
Whew.
I'm looking forward to the next House of Glory show, Reckoning March 3rd. I can't wait to see Mike Santana versus Penta Jr. and Mustafa Ali versus Alex Shelley.
Facts. That is our birthday weekend, and it's also the same weekend as Revolution. Say you want a revolution.
Revolution is a mystery. Shout out my work, though, by the way, if I was able to get the day after, because you need like 24 hours of recovering of.
Oh my God.
And that's the thing is we'll watch this. We'll be here till probably at least 11. I'm assuming, I'm guesstimating here, watching this tonight. And so come back fresh as a daisy.
Oh, yeah.
Watch an Elimination Chamber. You watch a 17-hour AW pay-per-view and you just kind of don't want to watch pro wrestling for like the next 3 days of like, I need a walkabout here. I need a pause.
Right. It's funny that you mentioned that, Nick, because I did bring it up when you were in your pause of Rumble had 4 matches. Tomorrow has 4 matches. 4, 5, 4, 5, whatever.
5 counting the pre-show.
The pre-show, and then you have the Waller Effect segment. This has been a trend that it's quality over quantity with Triple H. Unless there's a reason to have the match, we're not having it. And I know, Rumble, Chamber are longer matches, but he's also given those matches time to breathe, not shoving in a nonsensical 3-4 minute match just to get it in. Tony's already got 8 announced for March 3rd.
We at least crack double digits if we not reach minimum 12.
Oh no, he loves 14. I think
14 is always his pretty much, big, standalone number here. But yeah, like you said, it's quantity over quality of when it comes to AEW WWE will have 4 matches, and it reminds you of what the pay-per-views we watched growing up of when you had to sit there and, call a cable provider and verify that you were ordering the pay-per-view. And I really want this. This is me speaking to you right now.
It's still scrambled. All it is those weird lines.
Yeah, but you would only have maybe 5-6 matches tops, but every match fucking mattered, and every match got time to breathe. Every match got time to fully develop. Versus we're just trying to move as quickly and fast-paced as we can through this. Granted, Tony does neither of that. Cool, I got you here for 7 hours now.
What was it, the thing that you said last time, World's End, of what is it? He did a week's worth of TV.
He does a week's worth of television in one night.
Save something for Dynamite, my guy.
But that's the thing, is he fucking doesn't, and then people give it fucking awards and act like it's the greatest thing, and he gets his fucking big pompadour fucking poodle head about it and thinks that he's actually doing something great. It's no, you've given us, you know, a month's worth of television in a day.
Quick, I don't know if this is true or not, but I'm looking at Wikipedia right now, Nick. And there's 8 matches announced, which I mean, if they leave it at these 8, it's solid. But the match number 8, Wardlow versus Hobbs versus 2B announced in a Meat Madness match.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that.
What? Oh my god.
When you try and catch on with the big beefy boys slapping meat train and just go full pause for the cause with it.
It comes off as childish booking to me. Like, it comes off silly.
Oh, Shelley's got a wrench. Sorry, as we've also got Logan Paul and KO just staring each other down on commentary, but we're getting Alex Shelley has a wrench to Moose's fingers. I want to play a game.
No, I don't. Brian Myers contemplating
wants to throw in the towel. He's biting it.
That's the only way this match ends, is if a towel gets thrown in, folks.
Yeah, I can't remember what exactly it's a no surrender stipulation or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, as the big meaty men slapping meat madness. Yeah, Arby's better be sponsoring that bitch.
Yeah, no shit, right? We got all
Arby's. We have the meat.
I wonder who the TBA is going to be.
Getting Miro,
Jeff Cobb.
Yeah.
Ishii. A wrench. Who throws a wrench?
Who throws a shoe? But honestly, though, like it works. But so the problem with AEW is, to an extent, of they do the same type of matches all the fucking time, and to the point where you become numb to them. Like, how many matches have we seen that break down into chop spots, into back and forth, just throwing blows shots? You can cut out an hour of fucking Dynamite with just those matches alone.
Yeah, and again, I think there's it's rhyme and reason, Nick, right? Like I said it the other day, like Taven has a Texas death match with OC, and then this past Wednesday, it's supposed to be Bennett versus OC straight up singles match. No rules, no stipulation, no escalation from the previous. Like, well, start with the singles match, escalate to the death match.
We could do a whole fucking docu-series on the issue of Tony Khan's booking and all of that. Like, honestly, like, we've petitioned publicly and privately of Tony, you need some help. Clearly, we're willing to help you. Just be willing to listen. And now, is it interesting that the guy that, well, I don't think I'd ever really need to sign writers or anything, because I have, the greatest talent and all of that, now signs a fucking writer and makes them VP of creative.
Yeah, and I mean, again, Peppercorn, Peppermin, Pepper Potts, who I think
whatever fucking Charlie Brown character he signed.
She comes with Emmys. She had a long career in WWE. She quit on her own accord from WWE, even though there was some controversy around her in a couple of occasions. But, LA Knight with the hop to the top. Superplex.
Little bit of a dragon screw from Shelley on the Moose in the turnbuckle here.
Yeah.
LA with a 1.5 count. But Peppercorn, like you said, mud out here saying pepper jack cheese.
Pepper jack.
Poppies. Yeah.
Poppies. Yeah, she's fucking Pepper Potts and Tony Stark running the AEW now.
Oh, no.
Now, here's the 2 things that I said about this situation on Wednesday. 1, her signing only matters if people listen to her. 2, if you're not prepared to utilize her, if she goes in there and says, I have these ideas, and she's shot down the way other people who had ideas are, then it's going to be a waste of time. She's going to be out as fast as she's in. But in addition to that, Nick, my other real concern is This was the anti-WWE company, and they keep scooping up ex-WWE people in production, in fucking lighting, in the ring. Like, it's all ex-WWE people. You don't
Well,
know
and Christ,
that.
we just get over WWE talent in our promos and everything. I issue a challenge to AEW of if they can go a full show without referencing, signing anything WWE. If they can actually stick to their fucking guns, because right now, the only thing that ever gets a pop over there, that ever gets a reaction, is when they pot shot the other company. And you know what that's a sign of is that's a sign of a company that's on the decline of you have nothing on your own that gets over. The only thing that gets over is when you take a shot.
There you go. Sorry, Nick. We got a DQ. And then KO gets shoved into Logan. As we knew, this was going to turn into a kerfuffle. I'm sure Bobby will be here in a moment, and Randy.
Yeah, this is going to be all hell breaks loose here. But I worry with her that there's not going to be, she's not going to have great ideas, and there's no filter to run anything through. And that's, regardless of how you feel as to who was on the creative team or what have you in WWE, it was at least big enough and it was still a whole team to where things got filtered through. Versus AW has only really had one filter, and now they may just take her word as gospel. Well, because you're ex-WWE, right? So you know what you're doing.
Yeah, and apparently she's supposed to, because she's got a good relationship with Mercedes Moné. Oh, Claymore! Sorry, everybody getting laid out on SmackDown.
Good. I got a superplex going on to a trash can here.
Yeah. Shit. Oh, now it's turned into a power bomb. But Drew looking strong. Should that give us some concern for tomorrow? Oh, he's going to get RKO'd out of nowhere. Yeah, there it is. Yes! You heard the crowd start murmuring. I'm like, oh.
You can see the fucker show up behind him. RKO!
You heard the music, and then you just heard the crowd start. Oh my God.
I think these two are the final two, though. And that you have Randy goes for the RKO. Drew shoves him, Claymore 1, 2, 3. Or he catches him Future Shock.
Right. Great end on WWE. Yeah, fun way to end a show. If you're trying to build excitement for an Elimination Chamber in a few hours, this was the way to do it. I'm happy.
Right?
Claymore out of nowhere. RKO out of nowhere. 6-0 goes Dale on the pre-recorded show. WWE.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Well, don't worry. In a couple hours here, that prediction championship right above my head is going to be up for grabs here, and you can't, spoiler alert, your shit into a victory there.
Yeah, we're going to have to throw in the caveat of, like, you got to predict the order in which people get eliminated to mix this up a little.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, SmackDown off the air. If you want to give us a rating out of 10, we are all ears. But with that being said, No Surrender rolls on, and we're in one of the main events. I don't know how much is left of this particular show, Nick.
Should be. Let me double check. I think there's only one match.
Right, Ali and
no, there's Jordynne Grace versus Gisele Shaw.
Oh, okay.
And then Chris Sabin versus Mustafa Ali. So we're 2 matches left.
Is that Dreamer? Oh no, that was it's Myers. My bad. It was just the angle. He had a ponytail, and his hoodie made him look fat.
Whoa.
7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 8. Holy shit, that was amazing. But what's really on my mind is what's on Rampage.
Nobody ever said that. Tony Khan hasn't even said that.
Right. Again, is it like one thing I am curious about is we're going to hear from Sammy Guevara.
Is it like what exactly has you curious about that? Like that he can talk, that like he might say something irrelevant, like.
Well, I'm just wondering if it's going to be a shoot. Like, is it going to, like, isn't it an apology? Like, hey, Jeff, I'm sorry I landed on your face. I love people were like,
I'm sorry I fucked you up almost as bad as the drugs fucked you up. Or see, that's how you cut a heel promo, but they don't can do that because I think that this is a complete shoot issue, and
you think
AW
there's a shoot.
can't lean into that and try and make money because no one can fucking put bygones by bygones or act like adults.
Well, a lot of people had said, "Oh, it's just a work." I said, "Well, the landing wasn't a work."
No.
And then people are
Jeff
funny.
thought he was back in fucking Jacksonville with that fucking shit.
People are like, well, Jeff put his knees up. The spot was he was blocking. Sammy was supposed to fall on the knees, not the face.
Well, to me, that part was an accident of he just bounced and then landed where he landed. The Matt Hardy thing was clearly not an accident. That was just what did the chair say to the face? Concussion.
Oh no! And well, I mean, we remember the spot where he bounced his head off the fucking. That was like, even watching the replay, I cringe. As Moose goes through a table. Instagram or Twitter, either one. DM away, John.
Facts.
That ending made me not mind a DQ. Yeah, well, again, it's kind of foregone conclusion. I thought, especially KO Logan at ringside, you were expecting some type of situation that we got to make everybody get involved, right?
It's literally hours before a pay-per-view, so when you're airing that, so yeah, you're getting just payoff. You're getting billed to the payoff at the pay-per-view versus a payoff on SmackDown.
I'm surprised with how much fighting outside the ring is happening in this ditty. Because there goes Knight. Oh, off Kushita's back! Yo, this Kevin Knight guy.
No.
I don't know how long TNA has Kevin Knight locked in for, but I mean, he's going to be a hot commodity if he keeps this up.
He's their Trick Williams. I said that on Thursday. To me, he's there. Has no business being as good as he is.
Kushida causing Shelley to eat a spear. 8 out of 10. 7 out of 10, says Eric. 7.75 out of 10 RKOs. There you go. There you go.
There you go.
Sorry, bud. I'm so sleeping in tomorrow. Had to have a phlebotomy. Today I'm wiped, dude. Well, dude, a phlebotomy does not sound like a fun time. So rest up, but you can watch us eat when you wake up.
Yeah, we'll still be here. We always got the replay. If not, we'll probably might still be live. You never know. Fucking know.
Going for the record, folks. No, I'm just kidding.
God.
7.5. I kind of like Bear's number here. 7.5 feels fair to me. I felt like it was a really good go-home show, and I felt like it was very quick. Like clip. Everything kind of made sense. Everything played to, future events. I thought overall it was a good show.
I'll give it a 7. I can see the 7.5 as I've got Moose wrapping a chain around himself before he hits a spear here.
Yeah, the spear with the chain. Kushida giving him hell. Hell of a match. This guy's going at it.
Right. Oh, I could see, though, this is where you're talking about it, like Saban just hops in and just fucking, well, you won't do it, so I'll do what you wouldn't do.
Oh, wait a minute. Kushida did it.
What?
Why did they do it in that spot? Did Kushida turn? This is a weird ending.
That's a bitch-made ass ending. Then hits the spear after he retains already. Like, that's when you do it after he hits the second spear.
There was no,
if anything, and even that was a terrible spot to do it.
There was just no desperation. There was no panic in that moment I have to throw this to save him.
Yeah, it really, that was arguably one of the tamer spots of the fucking match.
Yeah.
And that's when you choose end of hesitation.
And you just kind of
across the board just made it feel that much awkward.
Yeah, I don't love that ending. I thought it was a really, really, really good match. The ending, I get it. Big spear with the chain on his shoulder. Yeah, all right, but that probably hurt him as much as it hurt Shelley. It was just, there was no panic in that moment. You need to create desperation. Where the fans like, yeah.
if you did like the spear and then he locks into a submission and he's got the chain wrapped around him and you can see Shelley's eyes bugging out and everything, and he's gonna fucking black out here. And oh my God, I need to save him. That's when you do some shit like that. Not you hit a spear and then you have this kind of awkward, well, are you gonna do it? Well, I don't know. Should I do it? Well, are you gonna do it? And then he just kind of like just tosses it in there.
It felt a little like, fuck it.
Just like I'm staying watching my friend get his ass whooped.
Right. Yeah. And that's kind of I mean, that's kind of where they went with it. But yeah, I was a little disappointed. Yeah. Huge low blow. I would have asked my friend to throw in the towel after being hit low like that. But hey.
Bro. As we've got
5.
The multi 6-person tag match going on right now. We've got
Rampage?
Rampage. Yes, I did pull up Rampage. As we've got Commander doing his typical. Oh, what the fuck? He walked on the rope. Yeah, it's literally Afro Circus. Fucking bounces off the fucking ropes into an arm drag for a 2 count. You've seen the spot so many times and shit. It's just it becomes unimpressive. Like he's managed to make the Undertaker's old school seem lame.
Yeah. My question becomes, what else can you do? I've seen that trick.
I can do it backwards.
I can do it and land on my face. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, we've seen that too. Stop. Kushida, no! Ronan, Kushida chucks in the towel. Team Private Party for the win. All right, fair enough. Damien just loves gambling.
Right. Well, now can Kushida go back in time there with Marty McFly and just reverse his decision?
Right?
Right, yeah. He's just waiting for Doc Brown to show up. Right.
As we are getting ready for Gisele Shaw and Jordynne Grace for the Knockouts World title, as Gisele Shaw cashing in her Ultimate X victory. Well, Randall stood tall. Are they keeping to tradition or break that nonsense?
Doing are you how?
Randy, I got you. I got it. Stood tall.
I got that part, but I don't get the rest of it.
I'm wondering if he's thinking because Randy looked tough tonight, like went out ahead, that he is not winning tomorrow.
The rules of he goes over.
He who looks strong will be weak.
Yeah. So how do you feel about this? Because me and Anthony got the hip hop hype and dance man here. How you feeling about Ash by Elegance?
Okay. There's a few things I'm gonna say, and I felt like my boys were a little like I like your take on the whole Ash by Elegance. It's funny, but I think a couple things are getting overlooked a little bit. This speaker, this guy with the microphone, whoever he is outstanding. I think this is the best thing they could have done for her. Give her this irritating little mouthpiece because she's not a talker.
Don't worry, we can hear him pretty much over you right now a little bit.
There you go. But the thing that bothers me about Dana Brooke and what I was kind of looking forward to going into her TNA run is show me something different. And outside of like this gimmick that she's doing that is different, she gets in the ring and it's the same shit. It's the cartwheels. It's the like wrestle well. Do like perform.
She can't though.
Right. And I think like I heard people, WWE did her wrong. No, WWE tried her a few times. Tried her, put her with Natty to try and help her. They've tried, but she just doesn't.
She's in the same category to me personally with Lacey Evans of just I don't give a shit beyond that. Yeah, like you tried and it failed and it wasn't gonna work. Period. So you got the most out of it, even with the failure.
Even when they put her in NXT, Nick, and I think the issue the fans have, and like I know some wrestlers came out and Dana Brooke is awesome and she's trying really hard, and I'm like, everybody's trying really hard. If you go on fucking American Idol and you try really hard, you don't get to win. It's you got to actually bring it and have that talent and bring it.
There is no participation trophies of, well, she's trying really fucking hard. Cool, that's great. But granted, I'm at least glad that they're not presenting her fully as Timu Tony Storm. I agree with you that her fucking hype man is the best thing with this whole gimmick. Granted, I do like the name of the rarefied air for, I guess she's now hitting a swanton because Jeff can't hit it anymore. But I do like the name of that. It's a very TNA gimmick. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, and okay, I'm okay with it. Like, I want to see where she goes. I do want to give her the benefit of the doubt, and this is trying to refine herself. But the WWE didn't drop the ball with Dana Brooke for a decade. A decade. She did this anytime she got a chance to have a match. She came out. It was the same flexy shit. It was the same move set. Like, I mean, again, the rarefied air. She actually throws in a senton a little bit, or a swanton. It's a little bit different. Okay, fine. But again, I'm not hating on the person. Her as an athlete, like I would with any other sport, I just don't think she is overly creative or exciting.
She's a good bench player on any team. She is not the star athlete.
Yeah.
And it begs the question, so if you pick up a fumble and then you proceed to then drop the ball, did you fumble as well, or are you just running off a fumble here? Right? That's what this seems like. I think she came out a fumble.
Well, that's it. Now here, when you look at it, here's a perfect example, Nick, is we just saw Trinity and what she did. She went to TNA, revalued herself, put a show on, got on top 10 lists, got awards. A lot of praise goes back to the company. This will be on Dana Brooke. If Dana Brooke can't do the same as far as reestablishing herself as something of value and substance that people are going to give a shit about, then it's completely on her. But I like some of the parts right now are working.
The presentation is the best aspect of this versus the actual performance here.
Yeah. Someone in the chat last night said smashed by elephants, and I fucking popped.
Yeah.
Not Ash by elegance, smashed by elephants. I was like, that's clever. Who are these random NPCs on Rampage?
This is the universe mode just on crack.
This is my biggest argument, is there you have so much talent that you're not using, and yet we continually get matches like this.
But even then, it's still we've said this to death now at this point. You have the time. A 30-second video package as to why this match should matter fucking goes a mile. Goes way farther than you really think it does.
No, that's one thing. And maybe Jennifer Pepper Potts
there.
Yeah, Pepper Potts. Maybe that's one thing she can bring to this company is, like, if she comes from a soap op world, you need villains. You need good villains. You need good baby faces. And a lack of that, like this idea in modern wrestling and the younger fans that are just like, oh, they just, they're good, so everybody likes them. That doesn't help your business. Doesn't help your interest, and you gotta find a way. Like, you got Moxley on Wednesday fighting as a heel, then he back on Saturday fighting as a baby face. You got Swerve, who should be a baby face. Hangman should be a heel. Joe's in between. He's allowed. He's earned it. But you gotta have some clear, decisive. If Swerve was just a pure baby face right now, and he was doing like the Jey Uso, like coming out and getting the whole crowd hype with Nana, that works. And then you have a mean-spirited bully Joe shitting on him for the next 2 months. People will hashtag we want Swerve for, that builds that up. All this additional shit isn't helping.
What is AEW? But yeah, it's 100% is fitting that you said she comes from a soap opera background, because that's what AEW is. It's a goddamn soap opera. It's not wrestling. It's a fucking soap opera.
Yeah, but it would be a soap opera if, like, on scene 1, somebody walked in the room and shot somebody. Scene 3, they were at a funeral. Scene 5, somebody shot somebody else. Like, there's none of that padding. There's none of that in between. There is none of that story of why did that person get shot. We don't, like, Tony writes in pieces of, they're in a death match, but we don't know why. It just happened.
Listen, I said it was a soap opera. I never said it was a good soap opera.
Right? Like, he leaves out the whole thing of, like, someone got murdered, and in a soap, they'll explain, like, well, that was really his stepbrother who he didn't know it was his stepbrother and he wanted revenge.
Dun, dun, dun.
Right? There is no dun, dun, dun.
Well, it's
with
very
AEW.
clear and very obvious that Tony Khan sat under the Russo tree of booking, and no one should ever do that because you get nothing but crab apples dropped on your head.
But he is proving some of the critics correct, and the people that were critical of Russo is the shock booking that Russo did. It had no longevity because you can't maintain it. You can't keep shocking.
The law of diminishing returns.
Yeah, you're going to hit a ceiling. There's only so high you can go. There's only so many times you can put something on a pole before it gets like, this is stupid, right?
Right. Speaking of stupid, I have Matthew and Nicholas Jackson coming out right now.
Oh, they're in action tonight.
Oh, for fuck! Why did I have to tune into Rampaglia?
They actually took off the tampon suits, though. That's good.
Well, no, now they're out here looking like goddamn Dick Tracy and everything. Yeah. But John's saying, ooh.
They've traced a few. Jordan Graves for the win.
John saying, sent through Twitter/X. I hope it worked out. Let me know.
Absolutely, sir.
And then Mana out here agreeing with what I was saying last night of Ash by Elegance sounds more like a perfume brand than an actual wrestler.
Yeah,
Brought to you by Calvin Klein.
Yeah, I don't quite get it, right? Like Air by Versace. Like, I don't get it, but whatever.
Ass by TNA Wrestling.
Like, so are you made of perfume? Like,
right? Do you just emit perfume?
Are you ashy?
They're taking if Matt Riddle and what's his name there. Oh fuck! Never mind. I'm not going to even be able to remember his name without trying to look it up here. But we've got, if Apollo Ono and Matt Riddle were a pro wrestler, and if Tyler Russ grew 10 sizes that day, right now, so we've got a squash match between fucking West Side Story of going on with the Jacksons here. Is it fitting that they always look like fucking theater kids because that's all they can do is just some choreographed fucking bullshit of street rat, riff raff.
What was that? Sorry, Gisele Shaw with the big dive off the top, big twisting tornado from the top.
By the way, we do actually have a good match going on between Gisele Shaw and Jordan Grace.
Soraya's brother is now all elite. Soraya's brother is all elite. Do you know what the saddest part about this whole story is, Nick? That his sister publicly stated in interviews that part of her deal was that he gets used, that he comes along. I would be so fucking embarrassed if I was that. Wait, you only taking me because my sister won't sign? That is hilarious.
Yeah, it's a family of fucking gypsies, so I'm not really surprised.
Her brother, and I mean, good luck to him.
No, just you have no dignity. Like that to me, respectfully, and I'm not like, I'm trying to be a fucking pro wrestler or anything, but it's you didn't earn that shit. You got there because your sister fucking works there.
Oh, but that's fine. And you know what? Nepotism happens, but generally they don't come out and admit it. But when she was like, she actually was mad in the one interview I read of like, I don't know why my brother hasn't been used yet. Because Tony said he would be using my brother if I came on. Like, don't tell people that. It's like Dazed and Confused. Like, go easy on my brother.
Is AW becoming the example of what not to do when opening a fucking wrestling company? Honestly, seriously, like I'm not trying. We still want that to be as good as it can be all that you can be,
right?
And everything. But it's becoming just literally the fucking meme, the gift, the template that keeps on giving of what not to do when running a wrestling promotion. But they have the money in the bank account that there's never a shake in the foundation.
Oh, shit. Sorry, Nick. Spanish fly off the apron. Holy shit.
I'm about to get there. As the Jacksons pick up the win.
Well, yeah, they got to.
Now I got the Spanish fly. Yes,
they got to pad their stats.
This is how they justify themselves, taking the tag titles here.
Yeah. They had to get in 3 nothing matches so they can say they're at the top of the division.
It's so fantastic though that finally the Jacksons finally actually address like their fan base, address like the fucking incels that watch them and fucking clamor over them 100%. Because I mean, you have Nick Jackson out here, and I'm ashamed that he has the same name as me with a little fucking pencil ass goatee with a fucking fedora. All he's missing is like some Cheeto dust somewhere on him and some Axe body spray, and he fits perfectly.
1, 2. Howdy, jumping Jeff
Farmer.
Love it. Now coming to the ring, jumping Jeff Farmer.
Right.
The issue with the Bucks and what they're doing now and what they've done from the beginning is they come off so disingenuous. Everything is just playtime. And they're supposed to be grown-ass men who are fathers, and they act like teenagers. And they might act like this at home, but again, then it blows my mind that anyone takes them serious outside of wrestling. But like even the stuff they were doing, like now they're walking around with the headsets on and giving out bogus fines. But it's so phony.
You're big phony. When did AW become the Cucamonga Shore?
As Jordynne Grace gets a 2 count back up.
But is there, this is, I guess, why I'm such a fan of Eddie Kingston, because he's the only thing in a sea of fucking plastic that feels genuine.
Yeah. There are people like Wardlow's promo this week was great. Darby's last week was, I know people were mad at Darby, but the promo was wrong. And the company that allowed him to do it were wrong. But everything he said was true. Eddie Kingston's another guy. The people that come on that show are genuine and legit, and you can vibe with it. That to me those are the athletes you got to push. Right? I don't believe in fake wrestlers. I don't. And I hate using the fake word, but when you make wrestling fake, it's unwatchable.
When it seems like it's goddamn High School Musical. I mean, I know Zac Efron did a better job going from High School Musical, playing a fucking pro wrestler, than the young cucks. I'll say what I want to say with them. Have gone from being actual pro wrestlers to trying to play a pro wrestler on television. Yeah,
that's it. Oh, and again, I think people know they've seen the. I'm not sure. Is that red makeup or has Grace got a little bit of a shiner on the eye? I think it must.
I don't know, but she just slapped her in the no spot.
Oh,
as they're just throwing elbows back and forth with
slaps.
Though MDB even out here saying, and I do agree with this, Eddie Kingston just needs to stop with those chicken chops, especially the rapid fire, like
the machine gun chops or shit.
Yeah, they don't seem effective.
Oh, what a reversal! Oh,
what a maneuver!
Where's Anthony?
Oh, head planted out of the Cody cutter.
What a reversal!
Headstand out of it. Sorry.
Yeah, well, it looked better than Madison Rain's headstand recently.
Well, T's and P's that she still has feeling in her legs.
And still, good match. Good match. We weren't here for a long time. We're here for a good time, though.
And a hell of a finish, though, too. The ripcord kind of exploder pin there.
Yeah.
The Juggernaut, Jordynne Grace. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
What are you gonna? And we're setting up Ash and Jordynne, so that'll be interesting.
Oh no, somebody gonna get hurt real bad.
Well,
that's not good.
It's not up or shut up time for. Somebody said it in the chat. They really should, if they're gonna do the Ash by Elegance gimmick. She should have a fragrance. She should come out with the Rick Martel.
Rick the Model Martel out there with the,
arrogance.
Look at me. Look
Yeah.
at me.
Oh,
Yeah.
you remember like the whole fucking blind
The arrogance where he had the old school, the Acme fucking
right?
spray bottle shit.
He should have something like that she uses to cheat. Like,
Hey, shout out Brandon Cutlass then. I guess we're gonna go that way.
Nothing worse.
Than Ash by Elegance. I agree.
That's what we're doing, Christopher. One stream at a time. We're making wrestling great again.
Nah. You can say that because you don't live in this country.
I actually can.
Right, like I said.
Grace versus Ash by Elegance. Give me. Oh, so
don't do that. Don't do that.
It's next on the docket.
Well, I've got Jake something out here cutting a promo, so he's technically next on docket.
Right. The problem is TK, and speaking of TK, has anyone watched the video him paired? No, I have not seen that. I'm really curious though. Put it in the Discord if you're in our Discord.
Oh, right. I'm in love with the Coco.
Watch Shivani turn. I'm terrified that in Sting's big final match, he's going to get nut-shotted by Ric Flair, and the Bucks are going to leave champions.
And we're going to get Ric Flair as their manager, which is going to be awful. I'm more scared that we're going to get another Ric Flair match.
No, we can't.
It was already wee woo. No. Don't you say that. Don't you act like Tony Khan wouldn't do that.
EK can't be that bad, dude.
Yes, he can. He has shown that he can.
Right? Dude, no. Dude, we sat through the wee woo match already.
And right now we're going to get wee woo 2, Electric Boogaloo. You might need to use the electricity to fucking resuscitate that motherfucker.
Come on, bro. You can't.
Him versus PCO in a Who Survives match.
He passed out due to a lack of oxygen twice in that match, and then said, I was a little dehydrated. What?
Because he's out there wheeling, dealing, kiss stealing, liquor spilling. He spent more liquor. He spilt more liquor in bars than we spend.
Right? You just get to a point where visually you don't want to see it anymore. You don't want to see an old man. You don't want to see a great grandfather get beat up.
Tony doesn't have that rev limiter, though, I feel, because Tony is a mark for the business.
Oh, dude.
Tony, if there's a person that will put the money up for that and has the money and is in bed with him, we've got Woo Wings, we've got Woo Energy.
Tony would have to front the insurance.
Tony, you owe me this one thing. This was in the fucking contract. I get my one last match.
Soraya's brother gets a match. I get a match.
God damn it. I'm Ric Flair. We're going to get Woo 2, Electric Boogaloo.
That's fucking terrifying. Fucking terrifying.
But it's going to happen. Mark my words.
I don't want, TK is going to have to front the insurance. Because there's no way he's going to get medically cleared for it.
Right. You don't think that this man throws money at the fucking wall and just hopes it sticks, hope it lands on something. For fuck's sake, how many wrestlers have had problems throughout this whole, the run of even AEW? And we back them. We still put them here. We still book them there. Christ. Jeff Hardy got arrested in North Carolina, going through North Carolina, thinking he was in Jacksonville wearing a Jaguar shirt. And guess who's still working fucking prominent matches in AEW?
Yeah, fuck. As we are getting a package just going through some historical X Division moments.
So this is the main event. No Surrender, as they even still explain of what's going on and why we got here, as we've got Sammy Guevara.
I do kind of want to know what Sammy's going to say.
I will turn on the audio here.
I'm kind of curious what the man's like. I was really surprised because you felt like you said it was clearly a shoot situation. I know people said it was a work, but it's hard to do a work when your face gets caved in.
Yeah, it's hard to work a concussion. You can work a fucking ankle. You can't work a concussion.
That still bothered me that people said it wasn't a concussion.
But again, I still say you show that, you show the fucking Madison Rain. You could go through just this week in AW television and say, we're the safest company ever. And it's a laughable fucking statement.
Yeah, that's we talked about that.
You're putting your cart before the horse. You're putting yourself in a situation to be open to criticism.
You'd just be smart enough to say, look at this entrance for Ali.
Ali with the security.
No, because all Tony has to say at times like that is, we do everything we can to be the safest we can. He doesn't have to say we are the safest company in the world. Well, we know that's ultimately something that you can't back up.
Facts. When did Callus just become the amalgamation of Voldemort and Harry Potter with this scar on his forehead and the bald head?
Now he really looks like a penis.
Yeah, he's the heel that makes no sense, though, which, by the way, Ospreay versus Takeshita makes no sense to me.
What can just real quick thought, and then I'll let you dive into that. It really bothers me that people out there voted that Callus was a better non-wrestling personality than Paul fucking Heyman. How dare you?
Well, those are observer listeners. So
that is idiotic at its finest.
As Sammy out here hits the tope on Hobbs and then hitting him with a chair here. But yeah, no, that's again, like I said, these are the same people that said Excalibur was the best commentator and Booker T was the worst. And I'm not saying Booker T is the best, but damn sure Excalibur is not the best.
No, Excalibur is fucking atrocious.
It's you have a selective fan base that you have a small circle that you're taking and you're using that and considering that as a populist statement, which is not accurate.
Yeah, facts unbroken. Yeah, the Will Ospreay Takeshita match out of left field again. I thought know what they would do. We'd get some really cool vignettes building up the return of Ospreay. And then he'd get there and maybe a Jay White or somebody of value. Not that Takeshita isn't. I think Takeshita's great. And I told all the fans that were listening that they are going to tear it down. It's going to be a match to remember.
Oh, absolutely. I'm looking forward to that to be my match of the night. The only big thing that to me that stands out is you didn't need the fucking Callis family bullshit to get involved in this. You could have had this be in like how simple-minded is that of, well, my faction's so dominant, so I'm going to have my own members fight each other. What the fuck?
Because I think this is my biggest fear. This is my nightmare. That's come the pay-per-view. Ospreay's going to be in trouble because he's outnumbered. And fucking Judas plays.
I become man.
That's what I think.
About Kyle Fletcher? What about Kyle Fletcher?
Would Kyle Fletcher switch and join Ospreay?
Oh, he has to. It's United Empire. But that's what I'm saying. If you would have had United Empire come in, you still have the working deal with New Japan. You have Kyle Fletcher, who you built over. You have Will Ospreay. You could bring in a guy like the Great O'Khan, Jeff Cobb, TJP, etc. You have nothing. You have Aussie Open that you've signed, but Mark Davis is hurt. So why not lean into United Empire versus the Callis family? Babyface versus heel instead of you made them both a heel and now nobody fucking matters.
Well, you remember they did that going into All In where they were going to be in Wembley. You knew that fucking Ospreay would be uber over. So they stuck him with Callis because they thought it would turn him heel so Jericho could do his Freddie Mercury. And it didn't work. The minute
he's out there doing it on the Ronald McDonald on his cruise.
And you know what? They could have easily had an angle where Fletcher loses a match. Takeshita and Hobbs start picking on Fletcher. The music hits. Out comes Ospreay, saves his old friend. Easy peasy, beautiful. Let's go. Like it's done. Like something simple like that. Instead of just you fight Takeshita. Fuck it.
It shouldn't even be his old friend. It should have been you could have had Kyle Fletcher stand on his own and he's the big baby face. And so then now you've got, top level baby face and then you groom Ospreay to help kind of Kyle Fletcher there into that prominent mid-card spot.
What is the worst wrestling commercial you have seen and why? A commercial involving a wrestler or a commercial specifically about wrestling?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember I mean, you've always got like Little Caesars with WCW to where you had the
Those were
trading
good.
cards and you had Mang and Goldberg and they sit down and they're sharing the pizza while they trade
Yeah.
trading cards.
Yeah, the Wrestle Buddy commercials were good. Slim Jim's always been a classic.
Slim Jim, you can't knock Slim Jim at all.
No.
What was it? What was Sting advertising to where he shows up and like beats the kid up in his own
That
home?
was
Was that a pay-per-view or was that the Mayhem, the N64 game?
I think it might have been Mayhem.
Fair enough. So we're ding, by the way, on Sabin versus Ali, and we've got Maria May versus Anna Jay. Hey, what do you say? Let's go by the bay, play with some clay.
We just may.
Right.
I think Ali's going to take this, Nick.
I think Ali takes this, and I think clearly Maria May takes this. Granted, Anna Jay with that wagon. But you brought it up of why is Maria May not taking on Deonna yet? We're a week away unless that's up and coming here.
That's my knowledge.
Yeah, it needs to happen sooner rather than later here.
And that whole women's section of Dynamite was a shit show. It looked like unorganized. It looked unprepared. And I don't just mean the match. Like Deonna got a squash match, Tony got a squash match. She should have. She's the champ. She went in and got a squash. Great. Then you have the exchange in the aisleway. Fine. Some people like that split shot. I pictured you having your existential.
I actually really like that shot, but I was like, that's a fantastic shot. But yeah, it was a little. Do we see this? Does she see this? Who sees this? What's happening?
Yeah. And I know Deonna's taken some heat, and I know Reigns taken some heat, but at the end of the day, they were not prepared for that match at all. And we've seen this so many times. And that's why a guy like Sammy Guevara lands on people's faces. And that's why you have so many of these situations where athletes are getting hurt or breaking each other's noses because they're just not in the ring enough. People are talking about the idea that DMD is going to come back for Mercedes Moné. Well, how good is DMD going to be? She's been out for 13, 14 months.
Absolutely. She's part of respectfully, why Thunder Rosa was on the bench. To me, with the whole Madison Rain Deonna spot, that looked like practice, not a game. We're talking about practice. That looked like practice that went wrong.
It looked like two people trying to learn how to do the fucking waltz, like
to go through the spot on the fly. Really, of literally, okay, so you go here and then I go here. It looked so performance centery, so.
I was shocked.
Main event, like just literally walk through level.
Two former knockout champions, and I find the AEW faithful are very critical of the women's wrestling. I think because most of them don't.
Because they don't know how to be around women. Because
that's exactly where
I'll leave that with that as you take that as you will.
But it wasn't. It was so disappointing because here's two knockout champions, and it's like they just will call it on the fly. We'll be fine. Get in there. And Madison Rain seemed blown up within minutes. Oh, that was unique.
Which one? I got two shows. I got Pigeons in picture with Maria May.
I'm not really paying attention to that. Anna Jay for the win. No, that won't happen. Anna Jay's great though. If she could get into fucking NXT, they could turn that woman into a star.
Her and JC Jane as a tag team. There you go.
I'll take that. I'm okay with it. But Anna, she's gorgeous, and she does have a skill, and a seemingly desire to do it well. But all her matches are clunky. All her matches are uninteresting.
She just left floating in the abyss. She has nothing left to go with. Like the Daddy Magic and all of that has just dropped her by the wayside. There's no Jericho Appreciation Society. Boyfriend there, boy toy, Jungle Jack Perry's out there in New Japan, which he hasn't done anything even since he showed up, which I'm surprised about.
Is that not surprising? Like he came out, he had an angle, and then you're like, okay, when is that payoff coming?
I'm waiting for now, especially going off of the results of we could get, which again, like you said, shout out to Nick Nemeth becoming New Japan Grand Champion or whatever it is, of taking the belt off of David Finlay, and then Britt also wins the TV title.
Oh, that's right, Grand Champion.
Jack Perry going against either one of those on a New Japan Strong show.
Yeah, it could be.
You have that like Battle in the Valley out there in California.
Yeah, maybe. Well, yeah, fair enough, but that's a year away now. That's where he showed up, isn't it?
He showed up at Battle in the Valley. I'm not saying that exact show, but New Japan Strong. Most New Japan USA shows are out in Cali because they're the closest time zone wise.
I'm going to bed, going to get some sleep before Elimination Chamber. Christopher, go get some rest, man. We're right behind you. We're almost done here.
I thought that was you saying that for half a second of like, all right, so our shit is real. Our shit is real.
KJ, just pull and shoot.
Right. Pull out in case of emergency. Breakout gimmick.
I'd never do that, sorry.
But Sabin tossing Ali right now back in the ring as we've got a test of strength here between Anna Jay and Maria May. They look like if you were playing a wrestling game, or if you just picked the same character and they had alt attires to an extent.
Yeah. You're not wrong. It was
like when you were playing No Mercy, you could be Jerry Lawler, and then you just hit like over on the little C pad there, and you could be Jim Ross. That's what this is.
You want to be Red Cane, or you want
to be Maria May or Anna Jay?
It was Sting beating up the kid was a Sprite commercial. Thank you, fact checker.
Okay. I'm just hungry for food out here, wanting Little Caesars.
Right.
Shout out their Crazy Bread, by the way.
Oh,
I wish so much that there was a Little Caesars by me, but their Crazy Bread is crack.
They got those little fucking pizza puck things now that are fucking dope.
What in the fucking Canadian shit is that? Pizza pucks.
It's I don't know what they're called.
Is that what Austin Matthews scored 50 goals with? His pizza pucks?
The pizza pucks. There you go. This man fucking just pucks are hitting him and going in now, Nick. They're just fucking off the shoulder goal.
He's Superman. He's Jesus on ice skates.
Guy can't not score. It's pissing me. It's actually good and bad.
Right. I was going to say, you're conflicted because fantasy hockey, but also you're a Leafs fan. So, yeah.
Anna Jay. Fucking glitched completely. Anna Jay most definitely has the look for NXT. Again, I think if she was in a company where, like, I think Anna Jay, if you took Anna Jay and had her in like a Ring of Honor, but it was treated like NXT, we talked about this a lot. Where, you got Danny Garcia and Nick Wayne, and instead of like Sammy Guevara trying to fight fucking Hobbs. Why?
Right? As Maria May picks up the 1, 2, 3, she's got to make sure to check the chesticles here on the small package driver. But yeah, I'll trade you Tony Khan. I'll trade you Danny Palmer, fucking Kiana James, and 2 or 3 talent to be named for like Anna Jay, Maria May, and Sky Blue, and I will fucking decimate you.
Oh, big kick by Ali as this main event's rolling on, folks. Dan says, but still a performer wants to be authentic, so they go on the fly on a live show, though. There's a thin line there, Dan, and I think you're referring to when we were talking about Madison Rain and Deanna from Wednesday.
Right.
If you can do it, like if you're a vet and you can call it on the fly and roll through, great. But they look like they were calling on the fly, but neither one of them were speaking the same language.
Yeah, parlez-vous français here. That's what that was. We got lost in translation.
And like I said, I was really surprised because I liked both of those women, 2 former knockout champions, and it didn't work.
It didn't click. It didn't corroborate there very much that they, like I said, it seemed like they were fucking walking through it. It was a rehearsal more than an actual. We're live, pal. Here. No, chesticles, yes, and that should be hooked on monkey foot. What? It was the best of times. It was the blurst of times. That's all I can think of when we're talking about monkey phonics is C. Montgomery Burns with his, litany of monkey ridders.
Pizza Puffs. That's what they are. Pizza Puffs. Thank you, MDB. I knew somebody would have my back. They're called Pizza Puffs, but they.
So we're going fucking into the Spider-Verse here now is what we're doing?
Dude,
you got the dude from
you gotta have a pizza puff.
What's his name there from Left 4 Dead there? Ash out there selling the fucking pizza puffs here. No, I'm a sucker for crazy bread. I would make trips just to get the crazy bread. Crazy bread to me is crack.
Pizza logs. What the fuck's a pizza log? Sounds lovely.
What?
Nick, we.
Wee.
As both men are.
Oh, Eric Foreman with the Nixon mask of wee pee.
Big DDT by Saban. We got a 2. I like. Do you like just straight up crazy bread or stuffed crazy bread?
Stuffed crazy bread's a fucking thing. Listen, yeah. I grew up to where Kmart. You had to go to a Kmart to get Little Caesars, which most people don't even remember what a Kmart is.
Kmart and Little Caesar? I know what a Kmart is. I grew up at Kmart, but
yeah, we had it to where like you go to a Costco or whatever. No, most Kmart's by me is where you'd have that would be your Little Caesars and everything, and you get your little $5. Which, by the way, nobody was out there feeding the streets like Little Caesars. $5 for a fucking large pizza and some crazy bread and everything. Man's hooked you up, but yeah. This is shit. It may not be the best pizza, but it'll do you right. Hashtag not sponsored, by the way, but we will. We're willing to listen.
I gotta dear. We just send them these clips and be like,
dear Little Caesars,
dear Little Caesars,
dear Big Caesar.
I want like the fucking Billy Madison like lifetime free.
The lifetime card. We'll be like the commercials that they had for the NFL of, hey, KJ Nick, thank you for never getting off stream. Thank you, George Kittle.
No, like the crazy bread. Like, I don't know, maybe it's a Canadian thing. We love shoving cheese and stuff. So
Pause. And folks, if you can't tell, we've gone off the rails here.
Yeah, like the main event's rolling, by the way. It's a good match. It's late. We got munchies.
Right, we're already planning pregame food now.
Yeah, a hell of a match. I'm not gonna lie, really good match.
I like Mustafa Ali's whole presidential campaign out here of his independent presidential campaign out here. Yeah. I'd vote for him over Dwayne. Would you?
In your country, I'd vote him over a lot of people.
You never know. Simon Cowell might somehow end up as president.
And again, in my country too. Come on, Ali, we'll take you.
I want the governor. Yeah. Everyone gets a cigar, gets a stogie.
As Ali on the apron trying to get himself up, Saban joining.
Little pop-up kick there, knocks Saban off the apron there.
Yes.
Interesting move.
AEW at least attempting to make stories. Ruby and their big epic story.
I can't say what I thought about that, but yeah, and it's interesting. I'm so glad I tuned into a wrestling show to watch the dating game.
Doesn't their romance feel a little like it gives you that Pink Floyd?
Tell me more. Does she put out like a
diamond vibe a little bit? It's very cool.
Well, what the Jake Hager?
Yeah,
having all of the midlife crises all at one time.
Both men down on TNA. Hager randomly came out and saved OC on Wednesday. We hadn't seen this guy in a hot minute, and he's always been a heel, kinda.
What mascot is he out here with? Like, what? It's not the Dodgers. It's like the Dodgers or something like that. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Right. I'm sad. It might still be open now. I might be able to get one from, day-old pizza's good.
I was going to say, I got a frozen pizza sitting there chilling in the freezer, not to mention I live right down the street from a 24-hour gas station.
There you go. We want dollar store. We want dollar store.
We want cheap food. Hashtag munchies.
The Drillers. Who?
Pause.
Roderick Strong for the win. Yeah, absolutely. Jake Hager finally gets in the ring and they're going to beat him like a mule.
Oh, I was going to say something. Can I say something that's probably going to get us in trouble?
Don't.
Okay, never mind then. I'm going to just say Jake Hager, Drillers, Nick Wayne's mom, you connect the dots.
Okay.
There
That's
we
not
go.
nearly as bad as what I thought you were going to say.
Okay.
They're known as Target now. I joke. Listen,
Hashtag used to work at Target.
Target showed up in Canada, lasted like 6 months, packed all their shit, and went home. So that's I don't know.
Y'all don't fuck with the Target.
It did not work out well here.
What about the Walmart?
Walmart's everywhere. Walmart.
No. See, you can't go at Walmart and you can't not fuck with Target.
Walmart had a stranglehold, and Target tried to move in, and it wasn't happening. Target was gone in 6 months. Bye.
Well,
thanks for
Walmart's
trying.
Target's a little bougie. It's it's bougie. Walmart is Target.
The good hands are wearing Mustafa t-shirts.
Prince Ali.
The good hands are like hoes, man. They just
you say that as Mans is out here in a crop top, like
no,
he's out here very much doing something strange for a little piece of change.
They literally just go from dude to dude to dude. Like they just like who can we be?
Oh, I said that you's a hoe.
Use a hoe. Right? I shudder to think
that man took a bump and a half off of Saban here.
Only in good places, Mana. Only in good places.
I am in no part involved with this.
If it's doughy, we'll shove cheese into it. Pause!
You doubled down. Why didn't you double down?
I had to. We even put cheese on our French fries, for fuck's sake.
Nah, I fucks with some poutine.
Oh, man, it's so good.
Now, is it poutine or poutine?
Poutine. Now, it depends, like in
Quebecois is the poutine.
Yeah, it's a poutine. It's a poutine.
Yeah, poutine. But no, a brewery actually by me has like they do poutine, like deep fried like poutine balls, like almost like how you get like fried cheese curd or whatever. Which, by the way, cheese curd's dope. But yeah, they'll do that, and then they'll do like the deep fried poutine with the gravy and everything.
Man, we got places that are like they put like basically a fucking meal on top of your fries. And poutine.
Poutine.
Like pulled pork poutine, fucking spicy chicken poutine. It's all great shit. I love it. Dude, I'm starving. Can we
that's the thing though, is y'all have universal health care, so y'all is just good to eat that shit. any sort of meal like that in the US is an investment. This is gonna cost me thousands down the
line. Somebody get the door at Domino's. Got cheese, KJ. I used to manage a Domino's once upon a time. KJ always doubles down on cheese. Abso-fucking-lutely. Let's go.
Right.
Let's clog an artery. Oh, 450! Just in time. And new X Division champion.
Let's go. The Good Morning Burger. That's all I'm thinking of now. Simpsons with the Good Morning Burger. We take 2 patties, cover it in bacon and a fried egg.
Shut up.
Mustafa Ali weeping in tears. And then now smiling like a maniacal madman out here.
Yeah, no, that's a big win for Ali. Good match. I know we got sidetracked a little bit, but it's late. I agree with AJ. Heel turn for sure for Saban.
I think, though, that this is a good statement, A, for Ali and B, for TNA, because now you've got Ali sticking around for a hot minute.
I'm not clicking on MTVs. Yeah, no, it looks like, it'll be very intriguing. Now you get him versus Kevin Knight. Sign me up. The only difference I think, Mana, is all of what I just said starts with gravy and cheese, and then they put all the other shit on top of it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not no animal fries. Trust me, as somebody that's familiar with the Great White North up there.
No.
That poutine is a different animal here. But yeah, no, you said you weren't clicking on MDB of out here of in all you we trust.
Well, no, that one's good.
I don't. I'll look. Yeah, I see that.
Where I should dip things. Sure, loaded fries are awesome. Absolutely. Now y'all just making me hungry. It's ridiculous. But thanks for watching Sacrifice. So if you guys want to quickly give us a rating on Sacrifice.
No surrender. Don't miss Sacrifice.
Don't miss Sacrifice.
This man's so distracted by food. He's like, fuck off. I'm getting on out of
here.
Hi,
everybody. If you want to give a quick rating, we got to go eat and then come back here and do this again.
Yeah, we got back out of here quicker than a jackrabbit. Hell, we're already now lining up full menus of what we got cooking here after this here.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, I thought, Damien said 9. I'll give it an 8. Everything I saw was solid tonight. There was not a bad match on the show. PCO and Khan was fucked, but other than that.
Yeah, that's where I'm more 7.5, 8 with 8. 8 would be my highest ranking. I'm a little bit more 7.5, and granted, part of that might be because we got distracted. So I'll round it out and I'll give it an 8. So SmackDown 7, Rampage unfinished because we've got what a bro with Jake Hager out here taking on Roderick Strong.
I don't. Well, I mean,
no surrender. I'll give it an 8.
8. I'll give it an 8 as well. MDB 8.5. No eating yet. All right. 7.5. TNA No Surrender 10 out of 10. Cortez loves it. 8.5 out of 10. Loaded fries are overrated. Soggy fries. No, not if they're done right. You got to do them. But nachos are delicious too. Like, this is ridiculous, guys. You're killing me.
No, you got to get them crispy like the McDonald's fries.
Not bad play. White Castle. I've never had White Castle.
I have not, outside of like their frozen version.
Yeah, even though parts of Harold and Kumar were filmed in my neighborhood.
What?
Look it up. It's true.
Right, but no, that's even more of a what of like. So it was filmed there, and you've never been there.
We don't have a White Castle.
Then how the fuck was it filmed there?
The movie magic, my friend. They made it.
They just took a blow-up castle and just made it a White Castle.
There's exterior shots, like the part where they're like at the gas station harassing the guys at the gas station and shit. That's all in Canada. That's all in Mississauga. No Surrender 8 out of 10. Nice. WWE 7 out of 8. Not bad, I guess. AEW 3.5 out of 10. I didn't even watch it. 8. Just stay up and let's watch old pizza with wrestling commercials.
Don't tempt us. We just take tags in and pause out here. You got this block, I got that block.
Yeah, KJ and Nick go to White Castle. Come in this fall.
Right. Get the production value going here. We'll make it happen.
No, I've never had one. I hear they're good.
I have not. Wifey has because they're big, I guess, in New Jersey. But yeah,
according to the movie, yeah. There's a White Castle up the street from my house. Is it true you can buy like frozen White Castle burgers?
Yes, that's the only way that I've tried any bit of White Castle. And again, if that's the quality, you ain't missing much.
You better have your dude wipes in hand. Dudesy, that's all yours, bud. What's your match of the night for No Surrender? You know what? The women tore it down quick and easy, but super solid match. Grizzled Young Vets might have been a good candidate. The main event was really good. I didn't like the ending to Shelley and Moose. So yeah,
Alexander Gotch.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Alexander Gotch. I'm stealing your answer.
That's what I would say, and that's what I thought a lot of these could have ended up being match of the night. But yeah, that was the match that had no stipulation outside of a personal vendetta attached to it, and you kind of felt that.
Yeah, fair enough. Is this AEW version of the Blue Meanie?
Jake Hager?
Jake Hager? Kroger and Walmart both carry White Castle in the frozen food section. Good to know. Not in Canada. It's better when it's fresh. Frozen White Castle is ass. White Castle's first burger in the States. All right. Let's go, Vince. Let's go, Lince. Let's go, Vince. WWF all the way. Tom, why? I thought I brought back Hager's hat.
Oh, Hager's hat. He hit the splash with the bucket hat for a 2 count.
That match is still fucking going?
Yes, sir.
Oh, my God.
Yep. As now OC came out and is now getting thrown around by Taven because fucking all right now, honestly, the Devil storyline already got voted the worst storyline, and Undisputed Kingdom has been the worst faction in recent memory in pro wrestling because they seem so irrelevant and so non-effective.
Mm-hmm. Well, it makes me mad because the opportunity was there for the Bang Bang Scissor Gang and the Undisputed Era to do something in the absence of Adam Cole being able to participate and MJF being on the shelf. And instead, they ran off scissoring each other, and Undisputed Era has been all but null and void. KJ versus Pizza by submission. I'm taking that bitch down every time.
That's just elbow drop.
Tommy's going away. Goodbye, Tommy.
Well, you just have a timeout until we're back at Jack Rabbit for Elimination Chamber. Trust me. Give it a couple hours. We'll be right back here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just don't have time. Maybe it's just late in the eve, and I got my mind on food, but I just don't have time for trolls and people.
Well, no, that's fine. We can wrap it up here because, I think this is perfectly about where we position of. This is going to be the last minute of cut the ripcord here before we, got a simmer saute here for a minute.
Fish and O'Reilly were better than Bennett and Taven. Bennett and Taven are really good. They just do not get booked efficiently. They made a big deal when they signed them. Like, why did they join the Undisputed Kingdom but lost Maria? Why would she not be pulled into that and help part of the angle? She's great.
They've been really good. They've just been booked really irrelevant. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm. That's it. That's where Taven cut that promo the other night after the death match on social media about you guys doubted me and I showed you. We didn't doubt you. Your boss doubted you. We know what you can do.
The creative team, which is all of Tony and the EVPs, doubted you. No one else doubted you. We were waiting for you to pop off. We expected this. We all knew this was coming. Y'all just dragged your fucking feet for no reason.
Rampage was an 8 out of 10. I don't.
Bullshit.
KJ, does pepperoni drop?
What the fuck kind of question is that? It's like if you drop a cat, does it land on its feet? What?
Yum, gold eggs and ham. I do not hate Nick. Now those clouds won't hold your weight. KJG. I never thought about that. Flop. What? I feel like
I said a hip hop, the hip into the hip hop. You don't stop the rocket to the bang bang boogie. Sit up, jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat.
I'm out.
Night night.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in a few hours.
We lost our minds.
Oh, that was a joke. I believe it. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate being here tonight. Almost tomorrow. We will be back in a few hours. Click that little bell. We're probably going to be live before 4:30 because that's what we do. So be a friend, tell a friend, click all our links. Go wake some people up. Go wake up your neighbors.
Gentlemen, start your coffees. Absolutely.
Start your coffees.
We'll be back here saner than ever.
We're going to go get some munchies in a shower and wake and bake, and we'll be right back. But other than that, Nick, not a bad go home. Not a bad surrender. Thank you. I'm out.
Not a bad. I think you want to go home and surrender. So our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is all authentic. We'll be back at it like a jackrabbit for Elimination Chamber. When you're talking about the wrestling, you better put that for life with it. What?
We'll see you on the flip side. Bright and early. Do not miss out. Good night.